Oh, let me stop this.
But the birds are chirping. Everything's
Nope.
perfectly fine.
There are no birds.
It's so
There are
beautiful.
no birds chirping.
What do you mean? There's a
No
whole
birds,
flurry of
only
birds
death.
right there, Matt.
Wait,
In the whole pink slurry. What do you
There's
mean?
a lot of birds.
Absolutely getting
Valid.
fucking
Put it
denied
back up.
here.
Put
it back up.
Alrighty.
We've been denied.
Welcome in. No, there's no birds. I mean, there are birds. Actually, I don't know if those birds make any sound. In any case, welcome to session 56
You can make them do whatever I want to do.
of Adventures in Aanthara. Yeah, we are in the middle of a battle, so I won't take too long summarizing what's going on, except that the party is making their way to Ilmara, met a very odd scientist woman earlier today who mentioned something about large nematodes that they're looking into. And then the party moved on, thinking of it somewhat, but putting in the back of their minds. And then later that night, on Naz's not well percepted watch, they were attacked by a group of bloodhounds who had some strange blood-related tail abilities, it seems. However, not much concern there. They dispatched with all of them. However, again, the larger concern is that at the end of the battle, following, it would seem, the sounds of combat and movement in the ground, they heard and then felt and then saw a massive worm launch out of the ground. And that is where we pick up. So, for reference, this is its technical D&D size, but I'm actually going to make it this size because any part of it that is larger than that is vertical right now. That is its diameter. You guys can't go up there and hit all that. So that's what's hittable. And that is where it came up because that is where the poor stealth was rolled.
Yeah, that's fair. We did roll bad.
Yes, you did. Eclipse! Fortunately, it used all its movement to burst here out of the ground, so it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, let's see.
See initiative tracker.
You are after Rylus, who is up next after Eclipse.
Yeah, you rolled high. You're at the top of the order.
You are at the top of the order.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yasnip, and then Faye.
But we don't know where Warby Boy is.
No, he just this was his
Can
turn. He
I-
used his full move to get here.
Can I get to here without making any checks?
Yes. You are more than capable of making this small jump down without even rolling, given your current status.
So I'm probably gonna just dart my way down, and as I'm passing Faye and Yasna, be like, what is the plan? Just get on the other side of this thing.
Okay.
Can do. And I'm gonna lay into this thing.
Okay, you are flanking with Yasnip. If you roll a natural 18.
Okay.
Oh!
We'll find out.
Oh no, that was on a wolf that you did that thing? Okay.
Yep. Okay, let's see. So for the first one, 8 plus 7 is 15?
That misses.
Okay, next one.
It bounces off what appears to be
16.
very tight. That also misses.
Alright, that's
2 swings with the spear from either side, and this plating that seems to cover almost the entirety of it just deflect your spear. Can't seem to find a weak point yet.
I don't think I stayed up there for a turn.
Yeah, no, if you're talking about feeling agility, you're not feeling it back yet.
I just have to attack something for Unleash to stay, right? I don't have to actually hit it.
Or take damage.
Okay.
And you
Just make an
attacked.
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you attacked on Your last turn?
She triple killed on her last turn.
Well, you
That is
attacked on
correct.
this turn. Yeah. And on
Yeah.
the previous turn, you triple killed. Yeah, so you're good.
That was a bunch of kill stealing.
Please steal them. Take them all.
I'm trying.
This is a team thing. We're good.
This is a team game. All right.
Ruby.
Yeah, I guess that's my turn. I don't have anything else I can do.
Okay. It is Rylus's turn. Rylus looks back and looks up, looks back down at you all, and is going to rush in to here and unload on this thing. Okay. That's terrible. That's gonna miss. That's much better. It's a natural 16, not 18, so it doesn't crit. But that's gonna be 13 bludgeoning damage with the oh, yes.
Do we need to do session rolls, or are we still carrying the same ones?
We will after this
combat.
fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then what the hell? He also doesn't have a plan, despite the fact that theoretically I should. He's gonna take a flurry of blows. Fuck, that's a natural 5. That's gonna miss. That is better. That's a 21, which hits.
And Trini ring.
Trini ring. For woo, big damn, 13 damage.
That's a lot of dams.
And he is going to spend another key point to use expose weakness.
Oh shit.
And he looks at you, Yasnit, and you see just a flicker of a glance to this blade you've pulled out. Hope you can hit with that thing. Good luck. And that is going to end his turn. Brightwing, you are up.
Okay. So Brightwing's gonna turn around and just like make a quick prayer to the wilds, and she's gonna take all the birds and kind of like direct them towards the staff, and they all go towards the worm, and I'm gonna cast banishment as they like attach all around it to try and like pull it into a different dimension.
Okay. Both of those are concentration, so you're dropping
So
Spirit
dropping
Guardians?
Spirit Guardians, cast banishment.
Okay, and that is what save?
As a charisma save, I believe, but let me check.
Ugh!
Pretty sure it's charisma.
That's not good.
Banishment.
Most
yeah,
definitely
it's
a charisma
charisma.
save.
Oh my
It's a
god.
charisma save.
Alright, that's what you got. I'm rolling incredibly on save this game. That would be a 0. Oh. Woo! Okay.
Go, run, run.
So, poof. Just as quickly as you all felt this thing in just annihilate the earth in front of you, bursting rock and dirt everywhere, suddenly it blinks out of existence. You see a hole left in the ground, well, which seems to tunnel down. Okay. There is nothing here to break your concentration, so you have a minute. I am going to say that Brightwing, I would like you to roll. I'm going to say 4 animal handling checks. 3 of them are going to be at disadvantage.
Okay.
And this is going to be contested with the fear caused by this creature for these horses. So first one will be Melody, which is the top, then Rhapsody, which is the bottom left, then Rylus's horse, which is the bottom center, and then the straight roll will be for Crater, because you're on Crater.
Melody, I rolled a 12 plus 5, 17.
Okay, that's a success.
For Rhapsody, I rolled a 4 and a 2, so a 7.
Okay.
For Rylus's horse, I rolled a 9 plus 5, 14.
That is the DC. And then straight roll for Crater.
11 plus 5, 16.
Okay. Okay, so Rhapsody is off the map, sprinting away in fear
Honestly, that's
for
not
now.
That's not a bad idea.
terrible.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
not
necessarily terrible.
Rhapsody getting out of here is not a bad thing.
The other two, they are resisting the urge to actually absolutely run away, but they're not complete idiots, and they're still going to move back, basically down to here, and then stop, like prancing fearfully, but staying within range. And then you have Crater. You are on Crater. So, what would you all like to do? We'll be we'll sort of soft initiative / out of initiative for a minute. What do you guys want to do?
We gotta get this cart out of here.
Run
We're
and
killing
fight.
it or running.
Running.
Wait, and Banish, did that thing have eyes? Or did it look like it relied on sound?
Roll a perception check. I'll say it can be straight because you're you.
Is there anything in the cart? Did we have anything in the
So
cart?
was it gonna be at disadvantage? Because I get
Basic
advantage
packs and stuff.
when I'm shifted on perception checks.
Yeah, that will be the essentially the cause to cancel out. Yes, it was
Okay.
very
Oh,
quick
like this
and
damn thing here.
then instantly gone, so you do not have much chance to see it.
That would be a natural 1, so I didn't see anything.
You don't
Inspiration!
know. Yep, you do get your inspiration back. Somebody shouts. Did somebody shout running or fighting?
Yes.
I think
Oh.
Brightwing's eyes herself is closed, and she's like, I don't know how long I can hold it. Think fast.
Go. Go, go, go.
If we run, it will likely follow.
Say we kill it.
Okay.
I don't think we can outrun that thing.
What was that lady's name again? From earlier?
Willa.
Willa Thornblossom.
I'm gonna yell it
Kind
as
of
loud
mid
as I can.
send.
Willa? You're just gonna
Yeah,
yell
I'm
Willa?
gonna yell it as loud as I can.
Okay. Amazing.
Hey, Willa, I found your shit!
Okay.
Regardless,
What
I
about-
am moving.
Yeah,
I am
I'm
not-
on my
I-
way
I-
out. If it comes back, we won't want to be here.
I think we surround this thing, and as soon as it comes back, we give it everything we've got.
Do
I've
you
got
even...
this.
Do we have anything left? What is
What are you holding?
the
The
rose?
Oh, shit.
You still
I-
go
Rylus
quickly.
looks at you.
Eclipse.
What is that?
Magic. It stores
All right.
spells.
I mean, I can go fast.
Can you use
but-
magic?
Can you hit it multiple times?
I will say
I can.
I can probably do this again one more time, cause it. So
Yes! Yes! This is gonna be so fucking great! We gotta kill this
Wait.
thing right now.
Are you
so
serious?
if it's going
Oh,
bad, I can make it
jeez.
go away again. Hopefully.
Okay. Well, hold.
All right.
Rylus, you can use magic. You have some any ability, even a.
He will
It's
in a
different
moment.
from yours, I believe. I don't know what you mean by that.
It's an item. Can you use magic items? It's
Possibly.
casting a spell through an item.
I may be able to.
I'm not gonna.
They
can't
do
risk-
this?
So
Okay,
we're staying.
we're staying, right?
Should probably get the horses out of the way.
Can I see that Rhapsody got
The
the fuck
horses
out
are-
of here?
Oh yeah, Rhapsody's. You can't even see Rhapsody anymore.
Yeah,
She's gone
Rhapsody's
around a
fucking
bend.
gone.
The others are like back to here. They're basically on the edge of the map by now. They're standing
Okay.
far away. Brightwing, you're staying in place with Crater at the moment.
Are you on Crater?
I'll
Yeah,
move
Brightwing is
Crater
on
over
Crater.
to because I can reach that area with spells, no problem. So I'll move over with Crater
I will take
To
a
where?
round.
to where the other horses are. So like here.
Okay, so like down here.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose this card.
So, because I can hit
Right
things
wing.
from there.
Can you bring it back on command?
I can drop it. Yes.
Tell us just before. I'm going to take 1 round to manifest power,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take my next round to summon Gale Shroud.
I'm gonna give.
Okay.
Oh,
And
fuck,
I'm
Okay.
going to
I have
spend
unleash
2
again.
sorcery points to transmute Gale Shroud from cold damage to thunder.
Okay. Holy setup.
I will give. Shit. I understand this item, Matt, that I bought?
Yeah.
Do you have to have a spellcasting ability to use it?
Yes, you need to be able to cast spells, not the spells that are used in there.
Right.
But it's yeah, you have to have some ability to wield spells.
I just had
Okay.
the dumbest idea. It is such
What?
a stupid
I have a
idea.
really dumb idea too.
Dude,
We'll
we
see
have
if
the-
it works.
We have
I
the
know!
portal rod and
Okay,
a lot
yeah,
of rocks.
everybody
I'm just
can say
saying.
one more thing they're doing, and then the time is going to be up here.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna say this right now. We have the portal rod and rocks. We've got some stupid shit we could do right now, but I don't know if it's gonna work out at all.
Just before this goes, I would like to ready an action
Okay.
for a when you ready an attack, do you get both attacks in your ruling, or do you only get one of the attacks?
Yes. You hold your action, which takes
The full
your
action.
multi-attack. Yeah, then you get both attacks.
I can't
And
move
just
Faye.
before it comes back, I'm gonna bonus action cast Storm Strike on Rylus's fists.
Hey yo. Hey yo. What?
Would you consider his fists weapons?
They're among weapons.
Yes.
Is he
well,
using his
read me the
fist?
spell. Read me the spell exactly. But yes,
Okay.
is it if you make weapon attacks? Is that what the wording is?
Hold.
I mean, you can cast holy
Until
weapon
the
on-
start of your
on
next turn, the weapon is capable of wielding the wind itself. Attacks with this weapon have a reach of 30 feet and deal an additional 1d8 damage of the weapon's damage type.
Yes, that would work in
Bop,
this
bop.
case.
I am going to touch Rylus's fists
Oh,
and cast Storm Strike
Yo.
and hold my action to attack when this thing arrives.
I
Right.
have an idea for
Go
the
for it.
portal
Opposite
thing.
of him.
Would there be
Is
enough
it-
time? Would there be enough time for Eclipse to put one portal like further away, and then one of the portals where they are fighting? So in case things, they can jump into the portal and then be where we are, so we can make a dash.
I think with
further
feline
down the canyon?
agility,
Further
if
down
you
the
had-
canyon.
Here's what I'll say. Eclipse, roll. This is interesting. I will say, roll an intelligence check. This is going to be because you as a player came up with this at the very end when I basically said you had one thing left, which you would not have time to do all this. But Eclipse might have come up with it sooner. Everybody was talking at once, all that stuff. Just roll an intelligence check, and this will determine how early on you came up with this idea, essentially, in character.
Just a check.
I have one more thing before we
18. Just a straight
18?
18. Because I have no
you
bonus.
You have.
No.
I will say you have 4 rounds worth of movement and actions to pull this off if you want to try something
Okay.
from where you are at. So what do you want to do?
How
with
far
that?
away do you want it?
Back up.
That's right.
It's out of
Yeah, I
melee,
guess.
basically. Yeah, like 60 feet.
Okay.
Should be plenty.
It's
I
right
forget
here,
about
right?
Trail 3.
You need to get to wherever you want to start
Yep.
it, and then you need to get to wherever you want to hit it again.
Okay.
Is there a distance away from you that you can activate it when you activate
That's what
it?
yeah.
It should be described in there. It should say, like, you can make a portal within X feet or right where you are.
As an action, you can depress the amber to create on the surface within 30 feet. So I just have to get 30 feet to hit 30 feet away.
Yes, that's correct. Well, if you get 30 feet away from where you are, you can make it 60 feet away from where the worm currently is.
That's what I mean, yeah. So I don't have to actually run as far.
You want to do
so
that?
Then, yeah, I'll put it, I guess, because I can get... So I can get here, and then from here, isn't there a way to...
Yeah, if you right-click, you can do it again.
Right, okay. There we go. I mean, I could put it on this wall next to Brightwing, but that's not
Very
incredible.
Far.
It's farther than we would make it on foot.
It's enough.
That's true.
Enough to get out of melee range.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I'll put it there, and then I'll come back, or I'll even save myself the trip. I'll do it where I'm standing, do that, and then just walk through it to get back.
Oh, so you could go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do one right where you are.
Yeah, on like this wall
Okay.
right here.
And
And then we're putting it on this rock over here.
It says ellipse, which is almost eclipse.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Actually, if I aim it,
All right, so
it
that's...
might have to be on this wall, because
There
if
you
I'm
go.
standing here, I can't really aim well at that guy, but that's whatever. We'll figure it out later. Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so you got
Yeah.
one there.
Can everybody back up to start? Can I'm gonna hit something on it big, but it's a radius.
How big you need? How
Like
far you need me to get back?
I could jump in the portal.
well, oh,
Could.
that's an option. Like and then jump in right after.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad idea.
I just want this to happen first. It's a 20-foot radius.
It's right here, Matt.
Then yeah,
It's tall.
When-
You can hit its head.
that is also true. It is pretty
Oh.
high up. I would aim for
Yeah.
its face then at that point.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
was that thing more than
It
20
was,
feet
like-
off the ground?
Here or here.
Oh, there we go. Right here? you said?
Yeah, that would make the most sense in terms of being able to hit the
Okay.
rock. So,
It was about 20 feet up. The
so yeah,
head.
you can just aim up.
Do you need to target... I don't know what you're trying to use. Do you need to target the creature or a point? Because you could also go with
It's a
point
point.
above its head.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's two options. So what I'm going to do is pluck a green petal off of this flower and hand it to Brightwing, and it is
Okay.
cast when you crush the petal. So it's not plucking the petal that casts the spell, it is crushing the petal as per the
Uh-huh.
Description.
Does it do?
damage. Aim above his head.
Aim above his head. All right.
Amazing. Okay.
I don't know how to cast this spell. I know it's it's gross, and I know that
Okay.
this is one that requires a dex save and not a con save.
Okay.
And I'm plucking
alright.
the red. I'm plucking the red petal, and I'm holding that one.
So you are going over to Brightwing, giving her this petal,
Yeah.
and then you are going to where you are on the map?
Yes.
Okay. The portals are set up where they are. Eclipse, you do come back through the amber and are now where you are?
Yes.
Okay.
I
And
might as well just stay here
Yasnip
because
is
we're
where
not
you
gonna
are,
worry
Yasnip?
about the distance.
I am where I am, holding my attack action with Storm Strike on Rylus's fists.
Okay. Rylus is also holding his
guess
attacks.
I'm holding the crush of the pedal.
Yeah. Same.
Um,
I guess I'm holding my 2 attacks.
so I know Storm Strike. Actually, I can pull it up.
He could back
Till
up.
the start of your next turn.
Also, yeah, Brian, to answer your previous question, I don't have action surge, so I can't land on twice.
Yeah, that was my big question.
Yeah.
Okay,
He would be much
so-
easier at it than me.
So, let's do this because it's gonna. We'll say that it's gonna drop. We'll say it's gonna drop at the start of Brightwing's turn. Brightwing could technically drop at any time, but she doesn't. I'm not gonna say she knows like the minute of that to set it at an ideal point. So we'll just have it drop right when it would have been.
Okay.
I guess we'll say the end of Brightwing's turn, because that will take us to the next spot in initiative. So
She still gets her turn because dropping a spell is free.
well, she can hold something.
Oh, so she
thi-
can still
so-
cast her use a reaction to cast the hold
this is what we're
action.
doing.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing. It's going to drop at the
God.
end of Brightwing's turn. Yosnips, everybody in the round before that is holding what they're holding.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yosnip, in the round before, you cast Storm Strike.
Mhm.
Okay, this is weird, because it's until the start of your next turn.
Mhm. And Rylus is after I am.
So are you going to cast this on the turn that it comes back?
No, I would have cast that just before we dropped. So as part of the turn that I held my action, I would be putting Storm Strike on his fists.
Right, but then when it goes through the initiative and comes back to you, your turn happens before his happens.
We all get a held action, so they all hit at
has
once,
a
and we
held
don't
action.
necessarily need to do an.
Yeah. I'm hoping that this is applying to his held action, not necessarily to his full turn.
Yeah, I'll say in this case we can make that. I don't know if that's technically how it would work, but we'll say that that's how it'll work in this case, because rule of cool. Okay,
Cool.
so you are setting up with Storm Strike on him, and then you're holding your action to make 2 attacks.
Mhm.
Okay. Faye, you are holding a pedal.
I'm holding a pedal.
You're holding a pedal spell.
The
Okay.
necrotic shroud is faded.
Yes, it has. Oh, anything
Right.
that lasts a minute is going to have faded.
Yeah. Shifted.
Your Unleash has faded for now, but you
Yeah.
can re-unleash on the turn leading up to this if you want, if you have another one, which you should. Actually, how many do you have at this level?
I only have 2.
Can I
you do
reshift?
have
I'm
another
just
one.
gonna do it
before?
normally. I'm not gonna waste it.
'Cause
until
it's
it
a
comes back.
Bonus action.
Yeah, you can do it on the setup turn so that you have it at the start of this re-combat if you want.
And I will do that. I will use.
Oh,
another
and Brightwing, yeah.
Okay.
Then yeah, I'll do it.
That's
As long as it
your-
counts.
Both are bonus actions. Yours is a bonus action, Brightwing?
Yeah, mine's a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. So Eclipse
Alright.
is re-unleashed and holding attacks.
Yep.
Okay. Rylus is holding attacks. Brightwing, you're holding a pedal to release. This is gonna be disgusting.
It
And
better be.
and that's back to where it was. Okay. Holy sweet mother of pearl. All right. And you are shifted and unleashed. And you have
Manifest.
Gale Shroud and Manifest.
Yep.
Necrotic Shroud is down. All right. So, Brightwing's turn ends. It drops.
It comes back in a shroud of feathers.
Boof. There's an explosion of pink and
Hello,
turquoise
feather
feathers.
pillow.
You see it swing its head around, shrieking. Everyone releases. We will go in order. So, Yosnip, make your 2 attacks. The first one is an auto crit. You don't
If
know
I
why.
hit. If
If
oh.
you hit, yes,
Oh,
yes. Your
okay,
first
okay.
hit, your first hit is an auto crit.
20 win.
That hits. That's an auto crit.
Let's fucking go.
What is
Yeah,
what is the
yeah.
size category of this creature?
Gargantuan.
Nice.
For now.
Yikes! That's
So
a
I
big
cannot-
Eat a
I
lot.
cannot move him.
No.
Because I cannot move him, he takes more damage.
True.
Oh.
The booming blade. If it is.
Big boy.
It will be a big boy.
I need a
That'll
base.
be. Oh god, am I gonna mess this up? 3, 4, so 10 points of base damage.
Okay.
Then he will take an additional 8 points.
Okay.
And then Gale Shroud,
At advantage.
which will be 8 points of thunder.
Okay.
Yo.
And then an additional 9 for the crit.
Jeez.
That was a lot of adding, so I don't really talk so much.
That was 35, I believe.
Jesus.
Okay, and second attack.
Yay!
A whole 10th of its hit points.
That's a natural 19.
That's another crit.
Let's fucking go.
Oh my god.
Do it again.
Rylus's one eyebrow goes up on the first hit as all of this like extra force into it, and then the other eyebrow goes up on the second hit.
So that's
Facial control.
24
Jesus.
plus 8.
Bro.
Plus
we're fine.
3.
31, that's 34. Okay,
Yeah.
almost the same.
That's the
70
second one.
Is that 70 damage?
Sheesh.
Basically,
Just
yeah.
about 70 damage. Yeah, I think exactly 70 damage.
Oh,
Okay. That is your released reaction. It is now your turn.
Wait, don't we get...
Oh, wait, yeah.
We all
everyone
get-
has reactions.
we all
Yeah,
get-
let me go down, and then we'll come back to Austin.
Yep.
Faye,
Yep.
what are you releasing?
Fireball at 9th level. Or fifth.
Ninth
At
level.
fourth
Go,
level.
go.
Fourth level, okay. So that's 96?
Yeah, well, it's
It's a dex save.
dexterity save.
Yeah, and you roll your 96.
For only 1,600 gold, you two can cast Fireball at 9th level.
6
Or
times.
better
There's
be
6
able to.
petals.
Oh.
Oh my god.
What?
That's a 6.
A 6?
Let's
Oh.
go.
Let's fucking go.
Eat this whole thing.
I used
Yummy,
up all
yummy,
my good
yummy,
rolls
yummy.
on the Bloodhounds.
6, 12, 17, 18, 22, 27, 30, 33, 37. Oh,
Jeez.
39.
Let's
39.
fucking go. I think we're over
Arr.
100 already. Let's go.
Yes, you are well over 100 already.
Oh,
Okay, I don't think he's gonna get a turn. Holy shit.
Good.
Okay.
Let's go.
This, would you like to describe what happens?
Yeah, Faye is like in the same moment as all of these other things are happening. So I think like all of these things probably pan out cinematically like as individual things, and then at the end it's that shot where the thing just goes
Mhm.
but it's the petal crushes in her hands and she blows it out, and it starts very slow, and it's this like pink mist, this like reddish pink mist that as it moves like congeals and very suddenly like slingshots faster and faster, and when it hits the top it explodes like a firework up above his head.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Swear me you're
Like to think that someone's having like a
firework.
romantic picnic like a few miles away, looking at the stars, and then all of a sudden
But we're still in the
okay.
canyon.
The worm, as it turns out, does not have a held action. Does it?
No, it didn't have a time to hold an
Yeah,
action.
it doesn't.
Well,
It doesn't know. I mean, it does,
ain't
but
aware of
it
shit.
didn't know it was coming back, or what was going to happen. It has no idea.
floating in the astral sea for
Yeah,
This is
it
my
has a
new home
-5
now.
to its intelligence. It does not know what's going on. It could not plan ahead.
-5?
Eclipse.
It can't be
Yes,
alive with a.
It has a 1 intelligence.
Bro.
I don't have anything useful that has an intelligence saving throw. I have one spell, and it's the one that makes them attack other things.
This is the one
Eclipse.
creature I could probably mind sliver.
True. 2 attacks from you.
That one's a 1.
Was it a 1?
Yeah, one of them was. 18?
Yes, 18 hits.
Let's go.
11 damage.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Rylus. 2 attacks with an
Fucking
extra
chillin'.
D8. First attack. Woo-wee! That's a natural 17 just off a crit, unfortunately. For 6 plus 6. 12 damage. He's gonna try it at least one time. Stunning strike!
Oh boy.
With this thing's plus
Yeah,
15
it's
con
got
bonus.
a large or a constitution. That is going to be... Nope. That's a fucking 21. 21. Oh, no, it's not. It's a 26. Excuse me. Okay. Second attack.
Am I within 30 feet of him?
25.
Yeah.
It's a
Of
charisma
Rylus?
save.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Do you
It's a-
say...
Oh, I
Here's
can't.
what
It's
I'm
a
gonna say.
reaction. It's a reaction. Never mind. I'm
Yeah.
holding.
Okay,
I'm using
yeah,
my
your
reaction for this, so I
is-
can't do it. Yeah.
Second attack is a 22.
I need to call those up before because I can do them for other
Yeah,
people.
also that.
Yeah.
Oh! Double 8s. That's 22. This guy's not getting a turn. Unfucking believable. And he's not going to stunning strike. He's figured out this thing is constitutioning as hell. Okay, that's his turn.
He just now figured
I-
this.
I just realized I fucked up. I should have done it on my. Never mind. It's good. We're good.
Okay. That's why I was asking, but it's
Yeah. No, you're right.
Uh,
That's what he would have done, though. He doesn't understand it.
Brightwing. Are you going to release this pedal?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what it's going to do.
So you crush this pedal. I will say that given the way that Faye has described this, yours also becomes this green mist, and you can fling it forward
And I
to a
do.
point above its head.
Mhm.
Okay.
One of them's
What
head.
happens, Megan?
Don't freaking know.
It is a 1-foot diameter ball of this leaking, emerald, glowing mass of acid that streams up and pops over this thing and settles down onto it. He needs to make a dex save.
Okay.
And it's actually gonna be, wait, no, I can't. Fuck. This is all the same turn.
Yeah, it is.
Mm,
That's terrible. That is a 5.
Great. 10d4 acid damage on this turn and another 5d4 acid at the start of its next turn.
Oh my gosh.
10d4.
all fours, Leah. Oops, all fours.
Oops, all fours.
That's a 1. So actually, no, it's a d8. What the heck am I doing?
It's the 2d4s
This is-
put
It's
together.
This
half,
is the-
yes, half.
This is
Half
the
that.
fun d. This is the fun d4 that I have.
Oh, I have some of those.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
First
A
dice.
3. A 3.
Six.
6.
A 3.
Nice.
9,
9.
A 1.
10,
10.
A 2.
12.
12.
A 4.
16.
16.
He's
I
we
got
got
you.
it. We got
Got
it.
it.
I got
16,
you.
The 3.
19.
19.
19.
2
A
more.
2.
21.
Now it's 2
A
more.
4.
Yeah.
Oh.
25.
25.
A 4.
This is your last one.
29.
29.
29.
No, that's it. 29.
Yeah.
And then it takes 5d4 on the start of its next turn. Okay,
Jesus.
29. Holy sweet mother of pearl. Okay. Yeah, that ends the held actions.
That was
Yasna,
$500.
it is your turn.
All right. Let's see if we can keep it going. Oh, wait. I actually. Fuck it, dude. I am going to cast Storm Strike at 3rd level
Oh,
on my own weapon.
okay.
Still miss.
Is that on your spell slots?
That's all my pack slots. Dirty
Oh,
20.
shit. That's right. Dirty 20 hits.
Alright. $17 to
Okay.
start. Plus 7 points of thunder and 9 additional points of weapon damage
Oh my
from sword damage.
gosh. Okay. It
Second
looks
attack.
fucking annihilated.
Second attack. 18?
18 hits.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, those are both 2s. Or 1s, rather. That is... 29.
Yasnip, would you like to describe
Oh
the
my
finish
fucking god!
on... Let's see, you did an extra 24, so that's the 271 points of damage that was just done?
I would
As a
like to
group?
think it all happened as like a group. So you see the effects coming from Eclipse with the double attacks into the back, the fireball and acid ball exploding above it, creating this green-red hue of just death falling down on top of this thing, with this magical essence from Rylus popping into the side of it, where his fists are literally like puncturing almost needle wounds into the side of the creature. And Yasnip, as part of his first 2 strikes, turns and you see like this flash of just uncontrolled anger for a brief moment, and the blades have this small little like vacuum in front of them, and as he whips around 2 additional times, one end into the other, chunks out an entire side of this creature, and the force from the wind behind it just blows it 10 feet away.
Okay. Holy shit. As the creature, it would shriek as it falls, but there is no life left in it to emit anything. It is torn to shreds, burnt, melted, and just in
And then continues to melt a little bit.
Yep, it hits the ground, and then you see the acid just sink into various parts of its body, pocketed all over the place by this acid. Thumps into the ground, and silence.
Rylus, if your fucking finger moves, I swear to God I won't be able to handle it right now.
If you think I'm not going to record what just happened,
I think I'm not going to record just what just happened.
that was... I've never seen anything like what just happened. That was unbelievable. And I've been around. Good lords.
Is it? We did it!
I think
How does
Faye's
this
like
thing
literally
fall when
sitting
it
on the ground, just
dies?
laughing,
Is
just
it
like
does it fall a specific way? Does it just crumple into the earth? Like what the fuck just happened?
Let's see.
Yeah, I need to know the collateral damage of what is about to occur.
Roll a d8. Wait.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Well, it blows away from Yasnip. It's just a matter of in which direction.
Oh, that's true. Does it blow? Is it forced away? Oh, but it's not
I
forced
can't
away.
move it.
Yeah.
I can't move it.
Flavor.
It's too big to
So
move.
that is towards Rylus-ish. It goes this way.
So it lands
Oh,
into the
I
mountain,
can't.
basically.
He a monk.
It goes
He
over
gets
here.
you.
And we're clear. Let's go. We're fine.
Okay.
Rylus sidesteps it as he's saying this stuff, or sidesteps it, then says this stuff.
We should probably be quiet now, or another one will be there.
I feel like they might be kind of territorial.
I would have to imagine there's not more of these things, though I don't know them as well as our friend.
We need
Ask Willa.
to get Rhapsody back.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm going to cast Sending.
Brightwing, can you handle that?
I think it's not a direct salute. I think she's like, She tries to remember what to do.
Uh-huh.
And it goes through
Okay.
like 3 different gestures.
And then do you go off after Rhapsody?
Yeah, I'll go on
On Crater.
Crater, yeah.
Okay. Have you ridden a horse before?
Yeah, we had a whole sequence of it.
Okay, okay.
And back in
When we
Faye,
were
what
not
are you
left.
Broward, but the
casting
other
to?
one. Yeah.
Willa.
Okay.
Still kind of like just like in shock, like I just got really cold and like
Trauma giggling.
yeah. You have just we met earlier today. We found a nematode. It's dead. Now. Hope you can still study it.
What's left of it?
What's left?
Okay. About
This is also the middle
15,
of the night.
20
isn't it?
seconds goes by.
Yeah.
Before you hear, in an extremely groggy voice,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not entirely sure who this is, but that's very unfortunate. Or fortunate. Thanks for the notification. Brightwing, roll a... I will say... Roll 3 animal handling checks. Actually, just roll 1 for now, and let's see what happens.
Can I start trying to collect teeth from these bloodhounds?
15.
Or whatever
15,
the hell
okay.
looks worth
You, after about 45 seconds to a minute of trotting, or galloping really, because that's, you saw her galloping away, you do see her around a corner, like, poking her head around, and when she sees you, you see her kind of like trot slightly out, hearing the sound of galloping foot, horse hooves, which is not the same as the sound of a giant worm. And she tilts her head. Roll another animal handling check. Eclipse, you're gathering teeth.
Whatever looks useful off of it, really.
Well, this carapace looks like the kind of thing, based off your experience with Aedwin, that Aedwin might collect. The teeth are just badass as hell.
Well, there probably
and
isn't much
then
of the face of this thing anymore with all the acid, but...
It's pretty messed up, but the teeth, like the flesh is messed up, but the teeth are not. So the teeth are
Okay.
fine. You will also can note that you don't know how much of it is under the ground.
Yeah.
But it's like its body is hanging out of a hole and then goes down.
Yeah.
You don't know how far. So you don't know what else might be down there. Roll a survival check. Brighton, what'd you get on your second roll?
Natural 20 for 28.
Okay. No need to get to a third roll then. You trot up to Rhapsody, are able to calm her down. Give her the impression that the danger is gone. And it takes a little bit of time to coax her into coming back, but you are able to do so. So Brightwing's probably gone for a few minutes, but you can make your way back. Nas and Faye, what are you doing?
Did Eclipse get her survival check?
It was a 9. There's nothing to be gathered here.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna walk up to Rylus and slap him on the shoulder. I told you I'd keep you safe.
That was, well,
We
I
would.
see that my evaluations were well placed, at least. Perhaps even a little undershot. Although I'm guessing that's probably close to the best you've all ever done in a situation like this. That was absurdly... Even I... And he glances at his fist and then up at Yasnit.
It's only like that after much practice. You should know. I'm gonna walk up to Faye and open up the bag and put the weapon back in. And then...
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
Can I, as a
Can I-
passive distraction while they're doing that, just be like, "What the fuck happens here?" Like, I'm like aggressively
17.
frustrated trying to make this work. 7?
7 or 17?
17.
I was
okay.
like, what?
Oh. Okay. Eclipse, per the way that these kinds of things work, it's not that you don't get any, it's that you don't get as many, and a lot of them end up chipped and things like that. So I'll say you can get about 3 decent purple worm teeth.
Oh boy.
You want to put them in as that.
Oh,
They
boy.
are huge, like forearm.
We have a wagon.
We have a bag of holding,
Yeah, they're
but we don't have the
large.
drop dead.
Okay, so it was purple worm teeth.
I'm gonna drop that.
I've got a drop dead.
And guess what? It's inside.
It's inside it. Couple of teeth.
Is it like my
The
whole arm, or
giant-
is it just the front, like elbow to?
Yeah,
Fingertip.
about elbow. It's about that big.
Forearm,
Yeah, each
okay.
tooth is about that big.
Fuck.
I'm offended, Rylas. I think that's... This is the first time you've seen us fight anything. I think that's not a worthy assumption.
I have a variety of skills at my own disposal, as you do. One of them is very careful and accurate evaluation of people like yourselves. I don't believe this to be outside of the realm of your capabilities, very clearly. I just think it's probably on the upper end.
You should have seen us fight this giant when we were on our way to get Hugo. That was, like,
Okay.
flawless execution.
You mean the giant that was also paired with 2 griffins as well?
Ah, yes, yes.
It was hard to note them, though. They went down quite quick.
The
That
Behir
thing
was
was a
also
joke!
pretty efficient.
Cut off
Well-
1 breath attack.
Yeah, but once the kobolds started throwing their little slingshots at it, I think we kind of rallied.
Kobolds.
Yes, I convinced kobolds that we would help, if they would help us kill the Behir, that they could keep their cave, which we were not interested in at all anyway. But
You see, there's been a growing height of eyebrow raising throughout all of this, but initially it was mostly like, holy shit, impressed. Now there's a little bit of like just confused, like, who are these people? What on earth?
it's the exact
Though-
impression we wish to provide.
Yep. Though it is all under a mask of seemingly understanding that you all could be capable of something like this. The gathering of a following of kobolds maybe he did not expect, but I don't mean to step on Willa's territory, but do you think that there might be anything worth looking for in this creature if it's been eating?
Oh, you mean like cut inside it?
It's not my purview, but
I
looks over
feel
at
like-
Eclipse, who has
Brightwing.
just pulled one
Yeah.
large tooth off. If
I think when it
you're
starts to
into that
chip, all
sort of
yours
thing.
just fuck.
Is
It
Brightwing back?
snaps.
Yeah.
Brightwing would be coming back close to about now, yeah. You see Brightwing and hear the galloping, or the trotting, really.
Are you talking about Treasure? Or just
more likely goods from people, money perhaps, if this thing is attacking travelers on the road. We don't have any guarantee that it's done that before either, but clearly it follows the sounds of something through this pass.
Oh, how far is that acid like eating into it?
Not feet. A couple inches. You imagine you'd have to find a place to cut into, and it would be a pretty significant undertaking if you wanted to try something like this. Or you could crawl into its throat. It's up to you.
I'm gonna fumble my way over, kind of climb over the side of it, and just be like, okay, I got
with 3 teeth.
Something. I don't know how he does it. It's stupid. I don't know. He just kind of shrugs and everything. Like, the last one broke. I'm not dealing with it.
We'll save him one to show what he missed out on.
This is very much in the wheelhouse of your old friend. Unfortunately,
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty pissed he missed out, because there's a lot. I'll hold one out so we can put it in the bag.
I would be
try to open it up.
Curious from a scientific perspective.
Are we branching into nematodes now?
Would it be easier if it was smaller?
Oh!
I actually wonder if it'd be easier if it was larger.
It's more flesh to... well, it only lasts a minute.
Could you make it smaller and then make it bigger?
Yes.
Easy to cut for small.
Cut through while small, open while large.
If you do that and then you open it larger than it was before, will the cuts be even larger?
I imagine they would be proportionate. We could find out for science.
Sure.
We might need to drag it.
Take notes for Willa.
Yeah. Maybe mechanically speaking, this thing is heavy, and half of it is still in the hole. So perhaps reducing it, like hooking it up to the horses, reducing it, pulling it the rest of the way out, while it's 1/8 of its weight.
We could also hold something up to it so the momentum of the carriage pulling will let us cut through it.
Oh,
so we don't have to waste as much
and
effort.
Pull it forward so it...
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, gross. But okay.
Well, it saves us having to do that much of a strength check because it should be assisted by them pulling. So we're just holding it in place to let it slice.
Pull out 2 daggers and hold on.
Okay, so what's the plan here?
We might need something bigger. I'll pull out Edwin's sword.
I got it. Give me. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Sword of nematode slaying, of course, that we had this whole time.
Yep.
So we're gonna
tell us.
The plan is, Matt,
Uh-huh.
with the tack and stuff from the horses, to hitch the horses up while it's still big, and tie ropes to this thing or whatever we need to do, and then we're gonna
standard size.
Correct. That way we have time. And then cast reduce on it, tighten the ropes, and then pull it out real quick. We've got 60 seconds to do that. And meanwhile, Eclipse, while they're pulling it, is going to hold the sword stationary so it cuts as it pulls.
Holy mackerel. Okay, and reduces it by a size?
One size category, and it also is 1/8 its weight. It reduces its weight by 8 times, I believe. So let me confirm. The target size is halved in all dimensions, and its weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal. This reduction decreases its size by 1 category from medium to small, for example, until the spell ends. The target also has stuff about saving throws, but it can't make saving throws because it's dead.
Okay.
So 1/8 its size. or half of its size in dimensions.
In each dimension, 1/8.
Each dimension, 1/8 in weight.
So for every 1,000 pounds, it's 125 pounds.
Good gracious, great balls of fire. Okay. Wow, this is going to be quite the series of rolls. All right. Here's what I'm going to need. I'm going to need somebody to roll an animal handling check to convince 2 horses to... Yes?
In addition to trying to get the horses, I am going to take apples from the bucket that is in the back of the wagon.
Okay.
To entice them, and also get them a little sugar high to have them get some giddy up.
Okay. All right. So I will have somebody roll an animal handling check with advantage from... Do we have a name for this slurry?
Yes, it is Yasnip's Magnificent Apples.
Yes. Easy.
Canon.
Clearly.
Easy. Yep.
YM.
Wait, we need to see. Yeah. Magnificently...
Candied apples.
Apples?
Candied apples.
Oh,
candied
apples. Yes.
Yeah.
Magnificent candied apples.
YMCA.
Hell yeah. Okay.
They're not quite candied, but they're close enough.
I think you gotta be careful who you try to pitch this to, though.
True.
Because if you stand on the street corner in Alea and try to sell this stuff, people are gonna be like, candy, like the small turtle child. And then you're gonna...
I did look originally. I had called it Yasnip's Irresistible Horse Delights.
Oh, okay.
That is what he originally called it.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so someone roll an animal handling check with advantage to convince these horses to get close enough for this experiment.
It's me, right?
It's you.
It's you.
You are the horse master right now.
That's why.
No one even
Also,
reached for dice.
Worth noting, by the way, Eclipse, as you see Brightwing come trotting up, it is not common that Crater will let somebody else ride him.
I mean, they've grown used to him. We've been through enough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't cry.
I just shoot him just a little. So I'm like, good, proud of you. Proud of you, buddy. You're doing good.
He stamps.
Yeah.
I think Brightwing does the hug around the neck,
steppies.
nuzzle.
Yeah.
Okay.
To him. I got 21.
You're
21.
Oh.
Okay. That's more than enough. All right. So you guys set up the horses. You take the tack and whatnot off the cart, attach it to the worm. Okay. For that, I am going to need someone to roll it's a knot check.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I will say if you do it, it will be intelligence and proficiency.
Oh, good. So just proficiency.
I will give you an inspiration by trying to help and getting hopelessly tangled in the rope and just falling on my fucking face.
Okay. Also, before you roll that, because holy freaking shit, everybody who doesn't have one, take a DM inspiration for that battle.
I already had one, but thank you.
So
Yeah.
I will be honest. Right as you said before you roll that, I did roll it. Without saying anything, I did see the result, and I will say without saying anything about the result, would you like me to use the roll that it was?
I will ask you this question in return, because I will say, I think we do this differently. And I will maintain that. However, this would have been in your pocket. Do you think you would have used it on this roll?
The roll. So yeah, I think it
The
would have because I did it for the no, not the inspiration. I just mean the actual check, the intelligence plus proficiency check.
Right. I'm saying
because I was getting ready to roll it, and then as I rolled it, you had said wait to roll. I would still use it.
Oh, before I even explained all this.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was an intentional roll.
It was an intentional roll.
Okay, I will say that roll still counts. But I will say that if you think you would have used your inspiration for advantage on this, you can use it. Okay.
Nope.
So then the
natural 1 for 7.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The fact that you have a +6 helps.
That was a 6 on the bardic inspiration.
Okay. Good gracious.
So fine, because you have proficiency. We're a 10.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. 11 then. No, 10. 10, 10, 10. Because I forgot proficiency.
Okay. That is quite a bit different. Wait. It went from a 6 to a 10?
It was a
Were
natural
you a
1.
7? Oh, 7
plus
total to a
6,
10. Okay.
7 plus 3 for 10.
That's a significant difference. Still not great, but okay. Okay. And then the spell is cast by Faye.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yes? Okay.
once Eclipse is in place with the sword,
Yeah.
if that's what she's using.
Yeah, Eclipse is in
I
place with the
also
sword.
can't unleash. So unless I found some way
Okay.
to keep it going, it's gonna be normal.
No, this will be just straight.
No way.
Is this spell
Uh,
concentration?
Yes, I'm almost positive that it is.
Beans.
Okay, you cast a spell. It reduces. Someone is ready to cinch the ropes, I assume? Is
Yeah.
what's going on here? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Nas, with his knowledge, has set these knots up in a way that they can be pulled tight quickly. I am going to say, given the roll, which is only a 10, there's going to be another roll needed to make sure that this works.
Mhm.
Otherwise, if it was a better roll, it would have worked without another
Can I, since
additional
I'm
roll.
helping with this, double check the knots work? Because having dealt with like theater rigging and things like that, I'm also probably kind of handy with knots and ropes of like the backgrounds of curtains and
Interesting.
stuff.
Interesting. So,
Well, there could be other reasons that Faye would be familiar with ropes, but I don't think we need to
Ayo.
talk about those.
Okay, I will say.
I think that's why you need proficiency.
I could have also cast Spike Growth to drag this thing through.
Oh, cheese grater it.
Oof.
Oh boy. No, I'm not gonna. If it had happened when it happened, I might have granted some advantage or something. In retrospect, as it is, I'm not gonna allow any additional rolls to this. But from Faye, what I will say is, somebody roll. This is just gonna be a straight D20 for the functionality of the rolls. The DC is going to be. I'm gonna say an 8 for this to work. Anybody can roll it.
I'll roll it. What am I adding?
Nothing.
Oh. It's a 4.
Okay. Good gracious. From the battle and the murder to the bottom. Okay,
Yes.
so you guys yank the ropes, and apparently there was a few misplaced knots. One of them comes undone, the other one gets jammed, and they do not cinch properly.
We have a full minute.
You
So
have a full minute.
Could we like try to now that it's small, try to
You can. I will have Faye or Nas with advantage from the help of the other, now that Faye has, or that Megan put this out there. Roll another check, intelligence plus proficiency. The DC is not low on this because you have to kind of untie what exists and retie to pull this off. And you have to do it very quickly.
I have a modifier. Do you want me to do it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll help
So
Faye get
Nas-
off the
Nas
ground
helps.
and then go
That
through
was
Nas
the joke.
helps.
It was
Yeah.
intentional and a joke, okay? I have an 18 dexterity. I don't just fall in ropes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Nas is well aware.
Okay. Intelligence plus proficiency,
Mm-hmm.
19.
Okay, that is enough. Not by much, but that is enough. Okay, so in a flurry, Nas undoes what he clearly sees were his mistakes and then helps as Faye reattaches. A bunch of the time of the minute is gone, but you have time to pull. So, someone slaps the horse's butts. I assume Brightwing. They start pulling. I will have Brightwing. I'll have you roll this since you're in charge of the horses. Roll.
There's more roll
an
in this than there was in the fight.
See, so that was the the rock golem thing and the griffins. This is the cliff after that.
Yeah, true. Okay,
self-imposed
Brightwing,
cliff.
roll a check with advantage and a +3.
3.
Mm-hmm. For the strength of these horses.
At advantage.
At
Sorry.
advantage.
Advantage.
Yep.
Because you got 2 of them. They're helping each other.
I
We're
rolled
doing
them at
great,
the
you
same
guys.
time.
We're doing great, you
Still
guys.
ones, isn't it?
I rolled a
Doing-
2 and a 4.
We're doing
Oh
great, you
my
guys.
It's a
Goodness
7.
gracious.
7.
7. Okay. So, they start pulling. Eclipse, I will have you make an attack. Actually, I'm just going to have you make it. You're just holding it in place, right? You're not swinging or moving?
No, I was just literally gonna stab and wait.
Okay.
Because I
roll an
have my
athletics
back
check.
to this entire situation. I have my full faith that this is working out,
Waiting.
and absolutely
Waiting.
nothing is happening.
It's so working. Roll an athletics check.
It got smaller.
Part 1.
Jesus.
All right, part 2, guys. Start it up.
All right, hang on.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This qualifies with DM inspiration, right? I can use it on this.
You can use it, but you have to declare you're going to use it before
Okay, I'm
you
gonna.
roll.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Is it going?
What'd it be? What'd it do?
It's a natural one for 9.
Let's go.
Guys!
There it is.
What
There it
is
is.
happening right now?
The scales have come back for us.
Get that
You
inspiration
can't be
back.
cool.
Yeah, you get inspiration back, Faye. Okay.
I don't. I'm full because you guys rolled them all.
Okay. So the
Listen, I'm
horses
not
yank.
proficient in swords. I'm proficient in
The
spears.
horses-
This is rude. All right.
The horses yank. It gets about 8 feet further out, and halfway through that, your the Aegean sword appears to catch on to something hard like a rib, and
Shit.
the sword is yanked, and it like gashes sideways and is mostly pulled out of your hand.
Fuck.
So you got this thing 8 feet further out of the hole. You see really no additional anatomy, and then poof, it fully extends back out to full size.
And the ropes are singed.
The ropes are,
Snapped. We
Oh,
are
but
out
they're
of
still
rope.
like on a
let's
We
see.
might lose the
on a
ropes.
pulley thing.
Oh, okay. The ropes don't snap, but they are bulging.
Shit.
Quick release.
What do you want to
Okay.
do?
Making
Again?
sure we didn't just snap Adrian's sword in half.
If you have the spell slots for it.
I have so many
yeah,
spell slots, but
You go
use so
check
few.
Aegean sword, it is totally fine. Alright, you're doing
Oh.
it again?
I will also cast Spike Growth to help with this
The
endeavor.
cheese grater.
Oh my
I'm
god!
standing in it.
We're standing in it. It's so
Oh, then
large.
I'm not gonna do
It's
that.
gonna fucking hurt.
Eclipse is definitely stand. Oh well,
Yeah.
you could put it on one side. If Eclipse stood on the cart side,
That's
and you put it on
that's
the
a
other
big
side,
radius though for that to be
Yeah,
happening.
you'd have to put it like on the over here, basically centered, and it would go out into this area and not hit the cart.
I mean, it's fine. It's just I need. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's already a cut in it, so like I can line it up and it's fine. It's not.
What do you want to do,
a big
Brightwing?
deal.
We're about to sleep. So sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Why
you
the
create a
frick not?
cheese grater. This is unbelievable. Okay, all right,
better
let's
be
go
something
through the
in this
rolls
thing.
again. Brightwing,
Imagine.
advantage,
Animal
handling. No, strength check +3.
Oh, I didn't have advantage on that, right? It was just a do. Just a single attack.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a do because you're not
Cool.
unleashed.
Okay. God damn it.
What'd you roll?
Roll 2 6s.
Okay, that's not as bad.
Okay, it's better.
That's better. That's better.
Better.
We might
Better.
get 12 feet. We might get 12 feet this time.
We can get
It
12
can't
feet.
be that long. It's half size.
This is unbelievable.
I had to
Okay.
check because I couldn't tell if this was a 6 or a 9, but I think it's a 6 on this one.
Okay. So it's gonna get about 10 feet further out.
Oh, progress, progress. Always going forward.
Eclipse, roll in an athletics check.
I don't know what. There is no relevant song to this situation, but I'm sure Faye would have thought of something funny and witty to say. So please take an inspiration because my brain is
Okay.
fried.
Fair
Hey,
enough.
hey. Nice open that body.
Is that for me?
Yes.
What is it, a D8?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just to make this better.
Baby Bard.
A new baby bird.
Hmm.
What is that? Math. Math is hard. 23.
23. Okay. So this time, a deep, long gash is made as you pull it out. A couple things. One, anyone who's more over by the hole, which I guess is probably everyone except Brightwing, maybe Faye.
yeah.
You see as the back end of it begins to finally narrow, and eventually you can kind of see down into the hole what seems to be, at least you can project the end of the creature. You don't quite see it, and there's enough space down the hole where you could like climb down there if you wanted to. The tail goes a little bit out of sight. This thing is long. Retrospectively, now that you've rolled the athletics check, because I wasn't going to tell you that you had to know this beforehand, I need somebody to roll a nature or a medicine check to determine where Eclipse put her sword.
You got it, you guys.
Probably this is Eclipse, unless somebody came and specifically told her where to put it.
Oh.
I could.
Oh, did you say you got it? You were not man, so I'm gonna say not you. Haha.
Who?
To who?
I'm not, man. I got overruled. Yeah.
In fact, I think
It's
this is
probably
pretty
just
much just
me.
gonna be Eclipse. Because nobody here has any knowledge of a creature like this that would guide them to hell.
Also, surely worms don't have ribs. Whose rib did that sword get caught on?
Someone.
That fucking sucks for them. Okay. It's just nature?
Or medicine, your choice. They're probably
Man, we're
the
going
same.
medicine because it's a +1. It's 15.
Okay. 15?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. So, after another pull, the creature, almost entirely out of the hole, minus about 15 feet that goes down into it, out of sight, is up in the bottom of this chasm. The horses, who are not attached to the cart, are
Yeah.
like standing back, looking at this thing like 50 feet away, and the other two are like checking back nervously every once in a while. Rylus is sitting up on a rock, probably up here, legs crossed,
just watching this happen.
chin on his hand, yeah, just like observing all of this.
I just love that he just sees the entirety of the Twilight Heralds in about the span of like 30 minutes.
Yep. And Eclipse, you cut through a massive chunk of flesh, and then at the end of the spell, it opens back up, and there's this huge gash that you can see into the creature. You see a variety of organs smashed into a mess. Someone now needs to roll a medicine check or a nature check to find the stomach area of this creature. Sure, Brightwing.
Sure.
Oh.
Go for it.
Oh, did you say something, Faye?
I said I'll try it, but then I realized my mic was up. So, but
Alright.
Brightwing
try?
might be. Yeah.
Go for it.
You guys, if the
a little
other
smart.
one wants to help, you
I'm
can roll with advantage.
I'll look at my medical guidance.
Okay. You
I'll
don't have much.
cast guidance.
You can also do
Okay.
that.
We've had that the whole time.
Yep.
Haven't done it.
It's a natural 20
What?
Oh,
Let's
2
go.
shit.
plus 3 for a 25.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of waiting for where to go. But I think by this point I'm probably using my spear because this is gross.
Yeah.
I would have
so-
looked for like something that well, I guess I don't know that. Faye doesn't know as much about purple worms as Megan does.
Incidentally, Faye, you get covered in this process in gunk. Because you have to... This thing is
Shift
huge.
around,
It's like
yeah.
10-foot diameter. You almost have to climb in,
Uh-huh.
more or less, to find this situation. It smells awful! And there is this blackish purple ichor that it seems to be its blood, and then as you get further in, additional gut fluids, who knows what. Eventually, you
The
find
hair
what
is
you-
up, the boots are off.
Yep.
Like
You find what you determine to be
I've
the
got your
stomach.
glasses. Hold on.
Mm,
Final check. I need somebody to roll a survival or investigation check. This is actually to cut in and find what may be inside. Notably, because this is such a large creature, typically when there's a looting check, it's more or less how long it will take. This will determine how much you can find in this case, because it's like the Maestro the Whale from Pinocchio levels of junk in here.
I have investigation expertise and I can add an extra D4 from the book.
And guidance.
I
Is
think
that- okay.
Leah said guidance, but I
Yeah.
didn't hear her.
Brian said guidance, but I am not going
Brian
to cast
said
spells
guidance.
through Brightwing.
Okay, so I'll use a charge of the primer.
We can't hear you, Leah, if you're talking.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there
No,
you
we
are.
can't.
And now.
it's like coming
Let's
in
be
and
like,
out,
I didn't
guys.
change anything.
Did you want to cast guidance?
Brightwing says it, but in Brian's voice.
Okay.
Guidance.
So you all watch as Faye and Brightwing are more or less waist deep in this thing right now.
It's
It's
fine.
a 29.
Jesus.
Oh!
Listen, we just had to waste the time to get there.
Holy
It's
I'm
okay.
kind of smart. Like a little bit
Yeah.
smart. I could do some things good. I could do like 3
Okay.
things really good.
The max DC to find everything was a 22.
Holy shit.
Okay.
We find another
So-
portable dagger.
There's
Yeah,
another
web-
purple worm. It was pregnant.
Oh no.
No, there's another pocket knife. We find another pocket knife.
We
True.
got so many pocket knives, bro.
Inside that pocket knife, there is another purple worm.
Oh my
fuck.
god.
Okay,
And we're dead.
so you cut into this thing. You have a dagger, I assume.
I give her a dagger.
Okay.
I have a
pocket
dagger.
knife.
I have a dagger. I have
Sure.
I
Don't
have
use
weapons.
the-
I don't use them, but I have them.
Yeah. This is definitely a dagger situation, not a rapier situation. That would get very odd.
Just
You
poke a
cut
bunch
into
of
this
holes
thing.
in it.
You move
Perforate
around.
it.
You find all manner of shit. A ton of stone and dirt. The vast majority of what you find in here is stone and dirt, which is what makes it so hard to find all the rest of this stuff, except for rolling a 29. You find all manner of what seems to be broken, destroyed, and dissolved pieces of non-natural and maybe some natural wood, planks, cloth. You find enough. You find like half of a wheel at one point. You get the sense this thing has probably ambushed and eaten more than its fair share of traveling carts and/or people, caravans. A number of bodies in various states of decay. Most pretty much fleshless, because this thing does a lot of poison damage to you when you're inside it. Imagine getting to roll that on anyone in the party. Couldn't be me.
We beat it to the chairs.
You find quite a few rusted implements of farming, travel, one or two probably instruments, and a good number of weapons. Nothing that looks fine, in particular. Nothing that looks pristine enough in your knowledge and understanding of magic items for you to be like, oh. Most likely all like your standard traveler protective fare. So a variety of daggers if somebody needs to replenish their daggers.
I'll throw like 6 daggers out. Like, Doc!
None of them nice.
They don't have to be nice.
And in addition, you find 42 gold pieces, 255 silver pieces, 960 copper pieces. You also find 60 gold pieces worth of fine jewelry, which is a couple rings, really. It's not a ton. A couple nice rings. You find 85 gold pieces worth of precious gems that you find in what is a mostly melted away sack of some kind, but that seems to have been made from the lining of a creature that kind of resisted a bit of this, like, dissolving. So some of them are still in it. You can tell that it was probably more full at one point. And you also find, good gracious, 29, a pipe of smoke monsters. You find a fine set of ivory chess pieces.
Wow.
You find a chest about 2.5 feet long, 1.5 feet wide, and a foot tall, with like a half-barrel lid. Very classic treasure chest kind of appearance. Closed. Latched. You find a hat. It looks to be a somewhat prototypical, stereotypical wizard's hat of a gray cloth. The reason that it stands out to you out of all the other shit that you see is that it does
hasn't
not
dissolved.
look... Yeah, it looks pristine.
It's Gandalf's hat.
It does look quite a lot like Gandalf's hat, actually. You find a thick glass sphere. Seems to be completely glass, not hollow. About crystal ball size, more or less. And you find a in a small case, almost like a map case, you find a crystal shard, like about yay big. It's hard to make the 3D show up on the camera, but that has a swirling silver mist moving slightly around it.
In
Before
it
I
or around it?
exit,
Around it.
I'm gonna put that in the bag of holding before I leave the creature.
Okay. Have you been like dumping the rest of these things out or handing them to Brightwing to dump out?
Yeah, I imagine we're like assembly lining it, like.
Okay. And that is what you find on a freaking 29.
I think Brightwing puts on the wizard hat just for funsies as she continues to pull stuff out.
Okay. You put on this sort of large-brimmed, floppy, gray, pointy, seems to be made of a cloth of some kind, hat. About 3 seconds later, you hear,
Oh,
"Hello
God.
there."
I was cursed you.
You seem like a different hat from the last one.
Speaking to me?
Yes, I'm speaking to you.
There's a little person in the hat.
No,
I'll take the
I
hat
don't
off and look
think
inside.
That's quite how it works.
Do any of
Oh,
us hear the
that
hat?
sentence gets cut off halfway as you take the hat off.
Look in the hat. Is there anybody in the hat? Little cricket.
Roll an investigation check.
Do we hear this?
Do we hear?
No, you do not hear anything.
An 8.
An 8? You
Yeah.
look around inside, you do not seem to see a cricket or any other creature of any kind.
Of the Jiminy variety?
Nope.
Put that back on.
So you are a new person?
I have never met a talking hat before, no.
From what I've understood, we're not that common. So, I suppose that's not shocking.
Does hat have name?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm a hat, so I don't know that people typically give names to their hats.
It's nice to meet you, hat on top of my head.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Brightwing, are you alright?
Yeah, you all hear Brightwing talking. Your mic cut out. It's like, yeah. I think that's why.
The hat is talking to me.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
I'm not lying.
8. 9.
8?
9.
9? That seems like an odd thing to say.
It sounds
there.
Midwestern.
Trying to prop open the
Whoa.
chest. I know.
It's the chest.
Oh, hey, dear. It doesn't have a name.
Wait, you came out saying this? Like just out of the
I
worm in
think
general?
she just pops her
or-
head out of the worm. With a
She comes out and puts the hat on as she comes out, and then this all concurs.
I checked. There's nothing inside hat. It's just talking.
Can I see?
Sure. I'm going to give you to my friend.
All right.
So-
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh. Very.
Gonna put it on.
Hat in a hat.
Well, hello there.
What do I
Hey,
do
Take
here?
the hat off, hand it
This-
back.
Oh, and it goes out.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually happening. I. Mm,
Put the hat back on.
Am I going to get passed around like this for the rest of time? Or...
Well, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of a talking hat, just like you said. So they're curious.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna look at Yazip. Can we stop getting random ass talking things, please? Like,
Oh, you know what?
wait,
We
if we
should
put
put
him
the
on
hat on
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth.
I'm just gonna point at him while he's saying
I'd
it.
like to note that I'm not random ass. I am a highly capable bush.
No, not
listen.
you. The things that we've been finding. You were given to
Yeah.
us. You're different.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure.
I definitely look like that's what I was talking about. Not
He
the
has a
fact
very
that
low
he
insight.
just-
Very low insight.
Do we put the hat on Edgeworth?
I feel like we should. Do
feel
you
like-
mind if we give you a name so we know, besides just calling you the hat? Seems kind of. Rude.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I won't stop you.
Got a name?
Does it have a name?
Good name.
I just named the apples. I can't come up with another name right now.
I like Joseph or something.
Oh god.
Meeting a dog named Margaret.
Hang on.
What about Joe? Joe's a good name.
Joe, that's
Right. Call him Joe.
fine.
What did you say? What did he say?
He said, all right, call him Joe.
That's...
But he didn't make it through it.
He said it.
Actually, yes. We should call it Joe. For my amusement.
Joe Mama.
Mm,
Mama.
So are we
Are you
putting-
okay with the name Joe?
I mean, this is totally your thing. I don't really mind one way or the other.
but why does it talk?
Oh no.
We better fucking
Do you know
find
why you
out.
talk, Joe?
I do not.
Joe, do you do
There's
anything
been a
besides
bit
talk?
of confusion from most people when they first put me on. But eventually they get over
Can't
it, I
we-
think.
Can't we, like, see what it is or something?
Oh, yeah,
Can't
You
somebody
have to identify.
Yeah, but there's some cool
Yeah.
stuff here too.
I mean, yeah, later, but like, we should definitely do that.
Joe, you're not going to like
right?
suck out my brains or anything tonight.
I don't believe so. I've never had any interest in doing anything like that.
Insight.
It's-
We can't hear it.
Cliff has no idea what's going on. Brightwing, you can roll an insight check.
Just based on her question, I'm just staring at it like.
You see her face kind of go.
19?
19?
Jeez.
It's a disembodied voice in your head, so it's pretty hard to tell, but it doesn't seem to be intent on eating you. It seems relatively innocuous.
Hey.
What else is in there?
Is the chest locked?
Rylas, would you like to meet Joe?
You look up to Rylus and just see his finger has been moving this whole time. Perhaps at some point for research purposes. I don't know that it's the
Jokingly.
most important thing right now. I kind of would rather be at my best before doing it.
Found a talking head in a worm. What do you mean? To incredulously look back at the fucking mess we just made.
It is horrible. This section of ravine is going to be stained for weeks.
Just look horribly
Is there water
confused.
nearby anywhere?
I doubt it.
Not that you've seen within the last probably half a day, and it's late midnight right now, basically.
I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired.
Faye is cleaning 1 square foot of her body at a time with prestidigitation.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold out the sword. When you're done, we can just clean him up. Put it back.
Okay.
I'm gonna like take my overclothes off and hold them out to Eclipse. Can you?
Oh yeah, we'll just trade. Like you clean the sword, I'll put him in the bag and just start
Uh-huh.
shaking it.
Mhm.
I forgot about the bag.
Our laundry bag.
You do be having a laundry bag.
I love it. Rylas is just gonna watch this and be like, "What the fuck are they
Yeah.
doing?" And then I'm gonna like
His
hold out
confusion.
clean clothes.
At this point, the eyebrows have stopped raising and they've just gone to like a giving up. Doesn't have enough muscles to keep them up for this long, and just like
eventually
And it's all like unspoken. It's just
Yeah.
like,
pull
you
out
see what I'm
clean
doing? You hold
clothes.
up the dirty sword. I'm like, oh yeah, here.
Yep.
And then like,
Okay.
God.
You guys clean everything. Incidentally, it is quite late, so
Yeah, I'm just sitting here
Is the
like.
chest locked?
everybody's tired. The
I'm
chest
so
is not
fucking
locked.
what's in the
It's
chest?
a mimic. It's a
That's
mimic.
scary.
It's a
Please don't be a
It's
mimic. I swear
It's
to
a mimic.
God, I'm
It's
not
fine.
ready.
We're fine.
You open the chest?
Yes.
Do you
Mhm.
do it from a
Mimic.
safe distance?
It's a mimic.
You find
Damn it.
inside
A mouth. And your
A
gun.
tongue.
And
A
teeth.
tongue. There's the tongue.
a what seems to be a bottle of a what looks to you like white wine, glass bottle, a collection of fresh fruits and vegetables and herbs, and
Fresh?
two what you can assess after unrolling some pieces of parchment paper, pieces of meat. All quite fresh, and as you open it, there's a slight.
The chest is a
You
mini
gave
cooler.
the Yeti cooler.
It
Oh
is
my God, we have a
quite
laundry
cool.
bag. We have a fridge. We are set for
Wow.
life.
We
Bro!
cannot do anything without this wagon now because this thing
Nope.
is 2.5 feet long, 1.5 feet wide, and a foot tall.
And it won't fit in the bag. Oh, I guess it can.
It will fit in the bag vertically.
Oh.
The mouth is 2 feet wide. The mouth of the bag opens to 2 feet wide.
But it doesn't count as like another. Well, because it's not really like a bag of holding chest thing. It's just a.
It's not an
Fridge.
extra
It's just a
dimensional
fridge.
space.
It's not. No, it doesn't. It's not an extra dimensional space.
Oh my God.
Fucking cool.
Yo.
What the hell?
We have a tiny house.
We do. We really do.
I'm gonna pop the wine.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go, let's go. Let's go. Wait,
Fix it.
Yeah. It's full.
Is
You
it
pour it out?
delicious? No, I'm gonna drink it.
It's pretty decent. I wouldn't say
Pour
it's
one out for the
delicious. As
homies.
somebody who's had some of the best wine in all of Kathos on a somewhat frequent basis, you would rate this at like a 7.9 probably.
Okay,
That's pretty good
That's not
wine.
we take
But it's
those.
chill.
You have
and
to have
it's-
some sevens to appreciate the tens.
Real. Also, since you've discovered everything about it that is important, that is a chest of preserving.
Oh my God!
I won't require a
Yeah,
identify on it.
I do want.
We're just geeking out next to this fucking.
Like, oh, this
chest.
is cool. Look at this
Riley-
thing. The hat talks.
What do you mean?
Rylus is still up on the rock, continuing to
fucking-
finger right in the air.
Hate this guy.
This item doesn't
Hate
exist.
this guy.
If
so
if it was required,
chest
you'd be
of
flipping a
preserving?
page and then
Chest of
continue
preservation?
going. Chest of preserving.
Ah.
I don't think it exists, so I'm just gonna make it.
You don't see it?
The mini fridge.
Oh, you know why you don't see it? Because I believe, I'm not positive on this, but I believe that it is from a new book, and I did not purchase it because I didn't know if you would roll high enough to get it. So I will get it and then give it to you.
Oh, it's okay. I can make it just a custom item.
Yeah, you can just send the
Okay.
description of it.
If you if you find, hold on, I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Just put the
Oh yeah,
description.
that actually works totally fine.
So
It
we
is
had.
a common wondrous item.
So we had fresh fruit.
Well, okay, I'm not gonna make it. It's just a custom item.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fruit, veggies, herbs, 2 pieces of meat. This looks like it was a date night gone terrible.
Oh, a picnic.
You can also make a make it into a compartment or whatever it's called in D&D Beyond if you want, because you can put more things
Oh,
inside.
yeah.
And just call it the chest of preserving, so you know that if you put fresh things in there, they are magically maintained.
Y'all, we could put flowers. Have fresh flowers whenever. I mean, I can druid craft them, but still.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You could also.
We could make
plants.
crochets. What are they called?
Corsages.
Corsages.
Corsage, yeah. Corsage, I think.
I was gonna say too. You could put plants in it, like
Yeah.
a certain stupid ass duo did. And hid the
Yo,
plants.
remember when we were trying to figure out how to get those?
The mandragoras?
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably how they would have kept them in something like those.
I'm going to pull out the lens
True.
and identify the orb.
Are we pocket knifing in front of Rylas? Because I'm pretty sure the
It's
lens
bag of
in the
holding.
pocket knife. Okay, it was in the bag of holding.
No, I think I've held on to it since.
Okay, good. Okay.
You're identifying the orb?
Yeah.
It is a drift globe.
Hey, what?
Hmm.
Hey, what?
Lots
That
of
one
magic
should
items.
definitely be available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm not gonna do this. But what if we put the hat on one of the horses?
So terrible, man. Alright. I'm gonna be, like, geeking
I was
out.
just gonna
and...
take the hat and put it on a horse.
Oh my
fuck.
gosh. Okay. Brightwing, are you wearing the hat this whole time? Or did
Yeah,
you
I
take it
think
off?
Brightwing is mesmerized by the chest, so she probably doesn't
Even
realize
notice
that
this
he
is-
just
Okay.
like yank it off.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go with my original idea. I'm gonna put on Edgeworth.
Okay.
It just
Yeah.
encompasses
So we just
the
hear half the
bowl.
conversation.
Mhm.
You hear... Great Scott! This hat is speaking.
That's right. This is face looks like.
The eyebrows are continuing to just like... The edges are falling off his face at this point. He's just like... It's turning into concern now. Like, what is happening? What am I traveling with?
It's even better because
Well,
it's probably muffled into
no,
the hat.
I haven't always spoken.
She's-
I was awakened. Were you also awakened?
Edgeworth is the only one actually asking this hat like questions.
That's quite interesting.
That's what I thought would happen.
Bro, we don't know.
Who
I
would
suppose
awaken
we have
a
a bit of a
hat?
kinship then.
See? Now they're friends. We can't separate them ever again.
Indeed.
We got our pet a pet.
This is like if the broomstick and Fantasia also got a hold of the magic hat.
Yeah.
This is correct.
Well, I don't know if you can see the blue-head one. The first one, she is magical. The other one that put you on is not.
That's correct.
But I don't know if it matters either.
Edgeworth?
Just eavesdropping in.
What?
Why did the hat ask if we could cast magic?
Oh, it was curious about the magical creatures in this party, given its magical nature and my awakening.
Ah. Did it seem to have nefarious purposes behind asking that question?
What are your purposes behind asking that question?
He now has a fucking motivation.
We have a sus plant.
Insight check.
Yes.
Oh, buddy, no.
Edgeworth, by his nature, should have an advantage on insight checks. I'm just saying, but that's fine. As per his stupid
Gosh,
namesake.
Hold on, I gotta pull up freaking Edgeworth's stat block real quick.
Mhm.
I'll be right back.
Yes.
God
Okay.
damn it.
It seems to primarily just be curiosity, given its magical nature. And most of the people, apparently, who has worn him before... Are you a him? Worn them before... were magical in some way. Unsurprising, I suppose.
Okay.
Well, no, I won't give you back unless they ask. All right.
Okay, I have a personal question. Has the hat shrunk down to his size, or is it
Yes.
just
Well, incidentally, the bushy nature of Edgeworth is not that dissimilar in size from the head of Brightwing and Eclipse.
okay?
But as a magic item, it does form
Okay,
slightly
okay.
bit and piece to.
My brain was like, it just went over the bowl, and it's just sitting on the ground, consuming the
No,
whole
it's
thing.
kind of like resting slightly askew on several branches.
Somebody
Okay.
draw this, please.
Please. Okay, so they.
We
Someone needs to
Joe.
tell Halia.
Joe. Are we spelling
No.
that
That's perfect.
J-O
That's
or
perfect.
J-O-E?
It doesn't matter.
I think
J-E-A-A?
I think given the
J-E-A-U-X?
I
How
think
is this spelled?
given the nature of what we just learned, probably just J-O. We'll just leave it at that.
J-O.
Bet.
I mean, okay. For now, why don't you hold on to Joe, Edgeworth?
Are you looking at Edgeworth? Okay.
Yeah. We'll
He
get back.
salutes with his shiv.
We'll get back to that in a bit. What else? Was there anything else?
I think Edgeworth should find out as much as he can about the previous owners.
Edgeworth, can you do that? Would that be cool?
I can certainly ask.
Okay. Why don't you
Just
get to know
comfortable
Joe a
with
little
Joe.
better? Yeah.
You do that. We're gonna put you in the cart, and then we're gonna go
Edgeworth-
back to sleep.
Takes off the hat with his branches, sets it on the ground next to Brightwing. Just to be clear, do we distrust this hat?
I mean, don't go telling it everything.
A good question for it, once that you put it back on, is can it hear us when
No,
it's not on
I
your
can
head?
already tell you it doesn't. It seems to only whoever it's wearing.
Well, we need you to figure out whether this is trustworthy or not. We trust
do
you
that.
to achieve that task.
And we don't trust them
Yet.
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 Understood.
Yep.
Don't tell them that. Don't flat out tell them that, but you can be vague with your answers.
I have an intelligence of 10! I think I can handle this. Puts it back on.
He has the same
Okay.
I do. He'll be fine.
He's smarter than Grog.
True? Surprisingly, his intelligence and wisdom are both 10. It's his physical stats that aren't that great, and his charisma is terrible.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so Edgeworth is going to go over to the cart, leaves his
Sit.
pot, goes over to the cart, and starts having a
Why
muttered
don't you just sit
conversation
the
with the
pot
hat.
in the cart? Alright, it's fine. I'm
Okay,
gonna
yeah, or
move
you
the
can sit the
pot
pot in the
over.
cart.
Yeah, I'm gonna set him in the cart and then just kind of. Okay. I'm so. Alright, can we go back to bed, please? Or are we moving? Or what are we doing?
No, we should
If we
definitely
can-
go back to sleep.
Get over the smell, should be fine.
I wouldn't be opposed to moving camp 50 feet or so.
Can
Maybe back the
we
other way.
Just back?
What is everyone's favorite scent of food? I know this is a very weird question, I'm full of them, but what do you like to smell when you eat food?
Fresh bread.
Bread. Yeah, I think bread.
Just freshly baked bread.
Can you throw a sprig of rosemary in the bread?
I
Oh
will
my god.
take from Heward's handy
Rosemary
spice pouch
focaccia.
and sprinkle rosemary in Rylus's hand.
He crumbles it between his fingers.
And I will go around and give everybody some kind of herbs from the spice pouch, just be like, put it over your nose at least.
Not bad.
Is it still your watch?
Yes.
Great.
Okay. Everyone else go back to sleep?
I think I'll probably try to sit up with him for watch and just gradually like tip because I've gone through everything and just kind of like I can't see it.
Mage hand as she falls down.
Okay.
I catch the head.
Fair enough. Okay. Horse is back in place. Rylus also sets up his bedroll again. You guys have a slightly new camp away from the bad smell and some nice little pockets of spice to further cancel it out. And that is where we will take our break. returning to the ravine in the dark, Nas on watch. Roll another perception check.
Oh boy.
This couldn't go horrible at all. 7.
Round 2.
Is that what you roll, I think, on the perception check to see the hounds as well?
I don't remember.
I'm
That's
pretty sure it
yeah,
was 7 or 9.
I
That
totally
is a
forgot.
6. 6 for 7.
I deactivate the 2 portals if we
Oh,
want
yeah,
those
yeah.
off.
Word.
So,
Okay. You do not hear any new hounds. You do not hear or feel any new worm rumblings. About 45 minutes to an hour into your watch, you do see as a number of birds begin to circle. And then a couple fly down to the massive corpse. Start pecking at it. And you see probably a flock of 7 to 8 what look like large crows peck away. At one point, one flitters up to the top of the corpse and looks over at you. Ah! Goes back down. And after eating their fill, you see them all fly away somewhere off to the north. That's all that you experience out of the norm. Anything else you want to do after all this went down?
I think he probably just takes it quiet, relaxed a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Your watch comes to an end. Who do you wake up?
I think Rylas and I were next.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I'll wake up Faye. Just birds.
Hmm?
Just birds showed up, starting to eat the corpse.
Oh. Yeah, it's a smorgasbord over there.
See if you want Rylus as well.
Megan didn't hear you. What?
Up to you if you want Rylus as well.
Oh no, he's didn't help at all with the evisceration process. The least he can do is help keep watch.
It was his idea also in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go take some pepper out of the spice pouch.
Oh.
Sprinkle it over his nose.
Okay. It's going to be a low DC? No, high DC. Nope, that's fine. Very quickly. Are you standing over him? You did this stealthily and then disappeared?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Yucked off. That's where the natural 20 is?
Hey, yo!
27.
Okay. He throws the rosemary that he had been holding in his hand to the side. Sits up, sees you. Do you need a watching companion, or...
Make the time pass a little bit faster. Your eyes are probably better than mine.
All right. Oh. Jumps up, does a few limbering motions, then heads over to sit by the fire. Roll a perception check, and I will roll one for Rylus. Ooh, I think that's pretty good.
A 12.
Okay. He like adjusts the logs a little bit, and then without much time passing, you're rather out of your element. No?
I gave you that idea.
I told you earlier, I have a skill set. And
That's. It's obviously not interpreting sarcasm.
There are quite a few stories to be told around this realm and beyond. And quite a few of them involve far fewer nights in the cold, on the stone, 60 feet from that thing. Widest path.
You know who my family is.
He just nods, one long nod.
My parents, my adopted parents, long ago, before they had children, they were adventurers. They tried it out a little bit. My father comes from very little. My mother is the Rosewood. He took her name. And they had a little bit of fun, but kids happen and life moves on. Responsibilities increase. They never got to do it all. And well, my brothers were grown when I came around, so you can infer what you will about their age, but I want to give them the story that they could have had.
Do they know the kind of dangers you're in on a seemingly frequent basis?
No. I think I don't know. My brothers might have more of a clue. Than my parents. I haven't spoken. Well, I can do that thing with my head, and I talk to my mom sometimes. Yeah. Mother is busy with pretty things. She's an artist. Paints beautifully. And she started a vineyard, and father will never retire and is very involved. So I think they're busy, and I don't want to bother them.
I know sage. I leave that to the older and wiser of my group. But I do believe it is more common than not that a parent would do just about anything to hear every last possible detail of the stories of their child's life. I think many have their failings, and there are no shortage of parents whose children would likely rather ignore them or forget them. But somewhere deep down, I think both sides always harbor something innate, something we're born with. There's a bond that can't be easily sundered.
Even with a family that you're not born into?
That I couldn't speak to quite as much. I don't know how young you were or how close the bond was, but if they consider you their daughter, I imagine you're quite nearly as important, if not as important to them as their own sons. Also, if you're the youngest, that's a bit of a boost.
Rafe will never let me live down the fact that he isn't the baby of the family anymore. He quite liked that position for a time. Do you have a bond with your parents then? Did you follow in their footsteps in any way?
No. They were simple, common folk, I suppose. Not particularly, well, I suppose relative to yours. My father was a watchmaker, and my mother was my mother.
What led you to this path, then, that you walk?
Roll I'll just say a straight charisma check.
"19."
My parents had me when they were quite old for parents, I suppose. And in my late teens, my mother she began to lose a bit of, well, most of her memories. It's not uncommon. And it was slow. I tend to believe if it had been more rapid, there might have been some magic that could have corrected it early on. I don't really know. But it was slow enough that we didn't really recognize what was happening and just figured it to be the misplaced attention of old age. But eventually it became clear she was losing not only her memories of life, but of herself and of us. And her health began to deteriorate as well, not long after. And my father did what he could to make her comfortable. But eventually she passed most of the final days not knowing who it was taking care of her. And she was everything to my father. And he didn't take it well. Wasn't too too many years after that he passed as well. But after she died, I don't know if I'd call it a sense of duty. I don't know if I'd just call it a passion, but I felt the need to somehow balance the scales. In a way. Perhaps that was foolish thinking. I don't think it actually really works that way, but I was a young man. And I thought that if I devoted myself to a livelihood that kept, maintained, protected history, knowledge, memories, that it might somehow I don't know. I know it wouldn't fix anything. I don't expect it to bring anything back, but it's almost like a sense of justice. So I joined the Win when I was 20, and I've trained since to do what I do.
Sounds like our callings are fairly similar.
I do tend to think we're not perhaps as dissimilar as one might guess on first glance. Our stories are kept in different places, perhaps, but not a dissimilar path. Did your parents ever get into this kind of danger in their small stint as adventurers? Glancing back at the worm.
I think the worst they ever fought was a couple of gnolls. But Father's quite proud of that.
It's also... I don't mean to sound morbid, but this line of work is not without its perils, with a particular emphasis on that word. And if I had the ability to leave my parents with the memories and exploits of what I do, what I've done, just in case, I would want to.
Well, the thing is, I've got to live long enough to tell the story. So, it doesn't really work if it's cut off in the middle. It's got to be the whole thing.
I suppose that is the slight difference between the ways we work. Mine can go in bits and pieces into some archive, and people can pull them out in bits and pieces as they want. Yours needs to be a completed tapestry, I suppose, before it is appreciated.
There's some things that can be appreciated in pieces. I'll just pull out my loot, just very slowly, quietly, so as not to wake the others. Kind of similar to what in the canyons, in the mountain pass. Like letting it echo and kind of playing off the echoes. These are good people, Rylus. I hope you can see that. I know we're funny, but these are good people. I truly hope that your intentions with us are honorable.
He sort of has kind of been sitting back, leans forward, puts one of his or both of his elbows on his knees, and crosses his fingers, interlaces. I've yet to determine fully what good people truly means. When you've seen as many people as I have and read them as I have, you tend to find there's something of a spectrum in every individual person. There are our worst sides somewhere in there. But I recognize what you see, and I recognize that in some sense you all likely supersede the things that I would pursue or that the wind would pursue out of you. There are principles behind what you do. I think, at least. My work is a little bit less subjectively guided. It is what it is. The truth is the truth. But if the view guiding that subjective path is a wise one and a grounded one, I believe the outcome will be for the betterment, as they say.
Well, as we learned today, wise decisions, good decisions are not always the same thing. We made a good decision in choosing to fight that one. Was it wise? Absolutely not. It was the decision that we made in the moment, and it worked. We got lucky. Well,
some of it was luck. Some of it, to your earlier point, is grounded in your capabilities. They are clearly significant. And I recognize that as well. He slowly nods towards Yasnip, sleeping. How much do you trust him? We didn't hear that at all.
oh, I said with my life. Many of them.
You see him kind of squint his eyes at you slightly. I trust the Ivory Guard with my life. I, to some degree, trust all of you with my life, oddly enough. More by necessity than anything else. But would you trust him with your family? Would you trust him with your secrets? That's perhaps a different question.
After seeing his response during our taking care of Eclipse's family, yes. And he already holds my secrets. Some of them, at least. So I have no choice but to trust him now.
And do you hold his?
What do you qualify as a secret?
I suppose whatever he would qualify as one. He's, I believe, an intentionally difficult nut to crack.
He likes it that way.
I gather as much. I'm just curious whether you all are on the inside of the shell.
I don't think people can be equivalent to nuts in that way. There is no inside and outside of a person, of a shell of a person.
There are layers, perhaps. More like an onion.
Warlocks are like onions.
He doesn't say that. He doesn't say that. That's me. Poppies! Oh, were you gonna say something?
I guess I'm trying to be vague without lying.
Yes, okay. So that's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Roll a d20. DM me the number and what skill you use. And I will roll on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. He nods and kind of sits back again. Seems to let the quiet sink back in.
I'm gonna pull out my sketch pad.
Okay.
And I'm gonna draw that scene from my kind of back perspective of the two bright colored firework clouds above the worm and the weapon flourishing and the fists flying and the spear and like a freeze frame.
Okay. Eventually your watch comes to an end. I can wake up Eclipse, I suppose.
And Brightwing.
Right. He goes over, shakes Eclipse's shoulder.
What? Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Wish we had a bit more time to sleep after that, but hopefully you're all right. But last watch.
Okay. Fumble out. Plop down.
Faye, do you wake up Brightwing as well?
I think that was the plan originally from last week.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
All right. Both of you two set up by the fire as the others go back to sleep. Roll perception checks.
Perception. 18.
Okay.
25.
Sheesh. Okay. Anything you guys want to do on your watch as you wait for dawn?
think throughout it, she's probably just kind of stretching out the ache of just being tapped out for the first time in a while.
Need me to help stretch you out?
I mean...
I know some techniques that can help.
I'm fine. I mean, if you got suggestions, sure.
No,
But...
lay down, lay down. And I'll like have her like lay down like a chiropractor
Uh-huh.
would. And she does like the full like chiropractor routine.
Okay. Eclipse, do you allow this?
She's very tense
This was an option?
and clearly uncomfortable, but it's more just because she's not used to this than it is who's doing it. She's just like...
I understand this is new, but for it to be best, you have to take deep breaths each time I do it to untense your body.
Okay.
Roll a medicine check, Brightwing.
23.
Jeez. Okay. Eclipse. The spa was a certain kind of relax and release of all the tension of being an adventurer, which is a lot. But it was kind of a soft, muted version of that. And given the tough and the weight of what you carry and the severity of your actions, there was a bit of a harder release that you needed, and this hits those points several times, and you feel much better afterwards. Also hurts as it happens, and you're probably going to be sore tomorrow. You should drink a lot of water, but you feel a good amount of tension released.
Cool.
Also still pretty tired, but
The big nut.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline. I'm not used to having that much happening at once.
It was quite a bit. Hopefully no more while we're in the canyon.
Yeah, I'm not... I don't know if I can pull that off again.
Well, perhaps I could prepare silence for tomorrow, and if we do need to be quiet, we can. Quick hiding.
Not actually a bad idea. Does it follow? Or is it on a...
I believe it's an area,
Okay.
but we could hide real fast.
That is true.
If the thing looked by sound, which it seemed like it did. To be honest, I had my eyes closed when I was concentrating on it, so I didn't really see it that well.
That's probably for the best. It was very ugly. It was very bad. DM, when I was up messing with the teeth, did I see anything for eyes? Would I have even had a chance to?
I'll say roll an investigation check. Out of curiosity, what's your passive investigation?
10.
The thing that never gets used. 10? Okay, roll an investigation check.
It's a 1.
Oh my heavens! You're not sure. It was a burnt, acidic mess up there, and it's not unlikely that any eyes that did exist were just sizzled away. So you're not positive one way or another.
She just kind of cringes remembering it. Just like... Yeah, he's gonna be real pissed he missed out on this.
On what?
Just kind of gestures over in the general direction.
Oh,
Weird.
yes, I
hound
suppose he would be.
things, Big worm thing, like
He did seem to very much enjoy the taking down of large creatures, yes. It's been a while since we talked about that.
yeah.
Has your feelings changed since then?
No, not really. I mean, I guess it's gotten better. We've done a lot.
We have. If something would have happened to one of us, or we were unsuccessful in our mission, would you have blamed him in a way?
No.
Good.
Like I said before, he's allowed to make his own choices. We didn't have to do any of what we've done.
He paths to walk down.
Yeah.
It still hurts he chose not to walk with us.
Well, sometimes, even if you don't want to, there are things you have to do on your own. I think it's kind of like Sam right now. Sam's worried she can jeopardize what we're about to do, and maybe we would have jeopardized what he's doing.
We did it because of those reasons and not because he's trying to do it on his own.
Maybe we can ask him when he gets back. If we even deserve an explanation. If it's any of our business.
No. It may not be our business. But I think the others, and she'll look at Faye and Yasnib, would appreciate closure, in a way. I think they'd be very much satisfied with leaving things, or how to phrase, picking up where we left off.
Do you think Vanna and Seraph went home?
And
Couldn't hear you the first time.
you did, Matt.
Missed what you said.
Well, my voice isn't coming through at all.
It's like,
Can you make that thing any closer to your mouth? It seems like it's like intermittently not coming in.
I don't know.
There we go.
Okay, we can hear you now. What did you say? We missed it.
Did I
Oh,
not
Vaughn,
tell
sorry.
you?
No.
After our fight with the hag, I told Vanna that her home might be safe. And she said she was heading there. I haven't checked in since then. I don't have something prepared today,
No, it's okay.
unfortunately.
It's not a big deal. I
But
just hope things are going better.
I can ask tomorrow.
It's fine.
She picks up Eclipse's hand. I'll ask tomorrow.
If we have time.
We are only traveling. We have time.
I can ask her.
You have sending?
Kind of wave the paper.
That's true.
No, she can't write back, but I'm sure she'll find a way.
I don't have sending right now, so I can't send. But in the morning, I can. Whoever is out there, wilds. You have to wait a bit.
Jeez. Yeah, because I think with... I'm double checking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to have the paper to write back. God damn. Anyways.
Every
It's not that
start
big
our
of a
day so we can...
Do you guys want to wrap up?
Yeah, we can do that. It's fine.
Okay. Dawn creeps forward. People can prepare new spells. Everybody else wakes up.
That's so funny. Okay. Hold on. I have to prepare my spells for the day.
Guess one.
Let's see.
Sanctuary. Who needs it?
Fuck. I need it anyway.
I don't use it. I don't know why I always prepare it.
Don't
Use sanctuary.
I never use it. Okay, I'm good.
That's wow.
Okay.
We're going in the future, apparently. That's not what I wanted.
As soon as Brywing's done preparing her spell, she'll walk over to Eclipse. Alright.
Oh god, okay. You really did not need to be in this early thing.
This is perfect. This starts our day.
Okay.
Talking to friends. Okay. Okay.
She looks like that friend that did not have, like, unlimited texting as a kid. That's how frustrated she looks right now.
I don't have a minute. Stop.
Stop.
So true.
Stop texting me.
You guys are aging us.
You know these things are 10 cents even if you respond with K.
I can't load them up anymore.
It's expensive, guys. It's a third level spell. This is actually
real.
That's what I mean. That's why it sounds like this.
Okay. Vanna's worth it though. Vanna's 10 times worth it. Okay. Vanna! It's been a while. How are you? How is Seraph? We are in Canyon. Defeated giant worm. Eclipse says hello.
God damn it. It's literally everyone else.
We are headed to Elmara.
Nice.
Hey, we did it.
Brian. Okay, you got it. Sable.
Hi.
Very early, on a random Saturday.
Oh God.
Not that you really pay attention to the days of the week, probably too much. That's more Seraph's thing. You are more or less awakened. You've probably been awake for a little bit, but it's very early in the morning.
I have chickens to attend to.
True. Hear in your mind the voice of your friend Brightwing. You have 25 words to respond. Wait, can you see us? Okay, you can.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, okay. Holy shit. Good morning. I have missed you terribly. Say hello to Eclipse for me. I think I'm out. No, I'm not. Do I have?
And that's the exact end. Amazing.
I think I'm out. No, I'm not.
Am I out?
Holy shit.
She says, "Holy."
I check the clouds to make sure she doesn't get smoten by the
Yep.
heavens or something. Like,
Incidentally, actually, as you do that, you see the clouds beginning to grow a little darker and grayer.
Oh gosh.
Not in that moment, but you just glance up
no,
and
it,
see
it
that the
should be
weather
in that
seems to be
same
turning.
moment. That's fucking hilarious.
Hold on.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh. I think she said, "I
Oh.
think I'm dying," and then she
But
just
did it-
froze. Oh, nope.
You
Yeah,
guys
it's
are
Are you
frozen.
flickering
good?
out.
Everyone's
flickering.
freezing, and I'm getting.
Yeah,
Can
This
you
was
hear
me
us?
the other night.
her camera's flickering.
It's flickering right now.
It was a
No,
little bit.
you're very
I think
smooth
you've
right
caught
now.
up. Yeah, you caught up.
Okay.
Are we flickering?
What did you say? I did not. I lost.
The clouds were darkening, not in the exact moment, but I'm like, no, it's the exact moment.
Yeah. When Eclipse looks up, she sees that the weather is starting to get a little bit overcast. Not at the moment you say this word, but
I just, yeah, maybe don't say that again.
Say what?
To the holy
I missed
shit.
the whole joke. I'm sorry.
To the holy
you
shit.
started sharing the
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
Brightwing swore.
Yeah, you did really
the clouds
quietly,
got
and I'm just
dark.
like,
Then you didn't finish the rest of the message.
yeah, you didn't finish the rest.
Okay. Clouds got dark. She says good morning,
Oh yeah.
and she says hello to you.
And everybody else, right?
Not just you.
What the? Looking baffled and irritated. Baffling. Alright, cool.
Okay. You all gather and prepare to head out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So thank you, Sable.
Canyon.
Well,
You can go back to your
Bye, Sable.
Minecrafting. All right, you guys, as you pass the carcass, see that it is pretty heavily ravaged by carrion. But you make your way around it slowly. The horses take a little extra coaxing and begin continuing towards the north. I need a d20 of a random nature,
I'm
and
not
then
doing the random
3
one.
more rolls.
What?
You're rolling what?
I'm not doing the random one.
Oh.
I got it. I got
Because
it.
that
I
was
You
all
did
because
just
of the
roll it,
natural
so.
20.
My random. It's really bad.
She said
Alright.
mine.
Oh, and let it be known, because I forgot this last couple times, but it's fine. Because you're in a cart and not actually walking like you were in the mountains when we were last doing this, it's actually animal handling, not constitution, for the third check, which is a plus 5. So you have 2 plus 5s and a plus 8.
Boom.
What'd you roll, Eclipse?
9.
9. Okay.
I'll do animal handling.
What'd
Plus
you roll,
5.
Brian?
We can proceed. That.
Oh, goodness.
hmm I swear it's been like 4 natural ones today.
Oh my gosh.
Buddy.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you think?
Uh,
I like
Megan, are your
voice in that
blue?
fight.
Sorry, this is.
Huh?
They look really blue right now.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was noticing
Is
that too, and I
it's
was
the
trying
red?
to like,
It's
They
the-
look
the
really
Chiefs
blue right now.
jersey?
Mhm.
yeah,
Probably.
they're also like droopy because I'm sleepy.
Everybody real eepy, bro.
Part of my DNA now.
The coaxing of the horses around the worm does not go very well, and
boy.
they are skittish for the remainder of the day. What else was rolled? Leah and Megan.
I
I get
rolled a 10 to whatever that
Okay.
needs to be added to.
We'll
I
say
don't know.
survival because it's a top. That's an 18
I got a 24 for the other one.
with a natural
If it-
19.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well that definitely helps cancel out that 6 a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay. You guys make your way north. A little bit slower than you would like, given the skittishness of the horses who remain on edge, it seems. I imagine, Brightwing, you probably throw in a few ritual speak with animals and try to calm them down, but they are quite perturbed by that thing, which could have
Yeah.
swallowed each of them in a single bite. And as you proceed, the overcast sky that Eclipse saw beginning to form grows much more dark and gray, and a slight drizzle starts to fall towards the end of the day. Is there anything you all want to do during the day's travel?
We never discussed this. When we arrive in Ilmara, are we wanting to stay at the house? Do we want to stay in the city?
Didn't we want to leave the cart at your place so that it was safer for the horses?
Yeah, and they can get pampered and spoiled and all of that. That's fine. We could stay there. There's no, it's free. I just like to give them a courtesy heads up if we want to. If not, we could just dump the horses there.
It kind of depends because I mean, if we're going,
Well, it's a lot of up and down, but
yeah.
the ball is up there.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd like to see if they managed to get those rings out of those statues.
Actually,
From the game!
valid.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That'd be very fun.
I guess I'm thinking more of this in a safety way. Like if we're followed back to your place after the party, I don't.
Then we don't go there after the party. We could go there before to get ready. And
I
then...
think that might be a reasonable option. I think
Yeah,
after
we
we're
can-
done there, we can just go stay at a tavern for the night
Well, and there's taverns up on the
up on that side.
cloud level. What's that called?
There's taverns on every level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about the level where your house is?
Mm-hmm.
The state house. The Horizon District.
Horizon. If anyone saw us leave and we didn't stay somewhere in the Horizon District, it would be suspicious. So I think if we're going to stay somewhere as well, it's not as far removed. I think that would make the most sense if we were to be followed. If there was any
Oh.
reason for anyone to
Horizon
follow us.
District? Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah.
I'll also throw out there, unless you plan on going in disguise, Miss Rosewood, people there will know who you are.
It might not be the worst thing.
No,
It could be a
indeed.
distraction.
I imagine so. Just meaning to say, I think they'll likely know where you come from.
Well, that also depends on if we
Well,
go
no one
in
would-
together.
True.
Should we go with your family if they're going? Make it a, how you say, group thing?
A group outing.
I guess I haven't discussed whether they were planning to attend this year. I hadn't really thought about it. I can be in disguise for like an hour at a time.
Well, if the
Would
deception's
use a
not
lot of
necessary,
spells.
Well,
yeah.
it might be useful as a deflect and distract thing, it's not When I worked events like this before, it wasn't uncommon for me to travel with a group, be it someone for protection, someone as
Well,
Accompaniment.
kind of, yeah.
A lot of
It
it
is a
depends on the
masquerade.
details that we get from the wind as well, doesn't it?
it is
I think
also a
once that we know
masquerade.
what we're in.
It is not at all uncommon for a decent-sized retinue to follow quite a few of these people, so I don't think there will be much question asked. Well, there will be questions asked. Everybody wants to know everybody's secrets at these sorts of things, but no one will doubt a band of people around you.
No, that's true.
Oh, we could be a band.
There likely will be live music. I don't know if you intend to replace them or not, but if so, I hope you're actually capable of doing that.
Mm.
I have seen a good many new skills come up over this past few days, but not that one.
I
I tried to be fair.
hadn't thought of replacing a musical act. That would tie me up quite a bit.
That's
Oh.
true. There would be expectations on you at that point.
We could see if it would be useful. I don't have
For what it's
Got
worth, in
some
case
tricks.
it's unclear, I intend for the wind to provide you all access to the gala without question. You'll be able to make your way in, whether you want to disguise yourself or attend under the guise of some other group. Certainly is your purview, but you won't have an issue gaining attendance.
And
I think the
it's
thing
not
that's lacking is the intention of attendance.
In that regard, you might want a story.
I've got some contacts for talent coordinators in town. I could see if I could arrange a single event or a single, like a song or something, just as a
Special
cameo.
guest.
Yeah, a special
Hmm.
guest. That would explain my presence and ours.
That seems
It's been
not
a
at
while.
all
It'd be
possible.
well. I guess I wasn't really performing last time I was in Ilmara. I was mostly trying to stay under the radar. So it's been closer to a year since I've actually done anything there. So it could be a bit of a novelty. I don't know if I have any following there anymore, but
Which leads to the
Couldn't hurt
next
to ask.
question. It's a masquerade.
Well, of sorts. Not literal in the sense that you're not wearing something over your face.
Damn. That's right.
More figurative. It is a fine gala, though, and if you want to stand out in the wrong way, the best way to do that is to underdress.
Where do we? How do you dress the right way? I guess.
He
it's
just
the
looks at
best.
Faye.
Cause when your very lovely maid tried, it didn't really work out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this has already happened before.
It didn't not work out. You looked lovely.
perhaps flat shoes instead of something with a heel next time. My idea was perhaps to, I don't know, contract or try to get in touch with a single individual who would be willing to work with each of us to create something that would be to our taste. but that would still be appropriate for dress code.
There
We
are
make
many
our own
people like that,
outfits.
I'd leave the making to a professional for a place like this, unless you're very good at that. Again,
There are
talents I
very,
haven't
very
seen.
talented weavers
I
at
wouldn't
my
doubt it.
home. I am not one of them. So,
Mhm.
no.
And I did mention the wind should be able to provide a stipend for
Mhm.
that.
We won't have any of our equipment or our armor
Or weapons.
or
Not
weapons.
unless you find a way to conceal it under the clothing, no.
I kind of do this with my claws. That's about it.
Well,
Well-
I've got this and like spin the flute.
I have the pocket knife.
That's not really combat.
No,
It's
but
also a weapon, though.
but we could put bag of holding in the pocket knife with all of our
We-
stuff.
Can't.
No, you could do the reverse of that.
No. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, you
The
put the
knife can
pocket knife
go.
in the bag of holding. You can't put the bag of holding in the pocket knife. That's
Bag
correct.
cannot go in
We
the
succeeded on that
could-
Arcana check.
If you find a cover as some sort of performing act, there's certainly a realistic expectation you'd bring equipment, so you could have your bag.
I can't have my staff.
Well, you could put it in the bag. Walking around with a staff full of feathers might look a bit odd for the retinue of a singer.
Unless you were also covered in feathers, even more than you are now.
And it's just part of the outfit.
What does that even mean?
Your dress was feathers. I guess. I mean, we all stand out. We're not sneaky as a group.
Are you saying we're
To an
not
extent.
unattractive? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that is also true. I just meant people know who I am. Naz and Eclipse are tall, striking figures. Brightwing is not from here. It's,
Way to put it?
but I think anything to deflect from who we are, you know?
Megan, roll a d20. Oh, we never did our... Well, it'll just be now. We never did pre-rolls after the fight. Roll a d20.
17?
Okay. She didn't say what she said. Continue.
Huh?
Huh?
Nothing.
Mhm.
Continue. Don't worry about it.
What are you talking about?
Alright, well, here's...
Who? What?
Okay. It's just things to be aware of. I'm not saying we need to do anything about it. I'm just saying that it's things that we need to be aware of.
Well, what if we use it to our advantage? Like you said, if Brightwing just had more feathers, we could use that.
Attracting more eyes can make it easier to disappear.
I think the goal of events like this, though, is that everyone wants to attract eye. So
Rouse
if you
it on.
if you overdo it to any extent, you'll feel overdone, but you blend right in.
Yeah.
Anything
good.
attempted to be understated will be more noticed.
So all of it then will practically be invisible anyway.
I have to wear shoes.
We can cut
Or
the
just a
bottoms
very
off.
long dress. Just a very long one.
Well, I mean,
'Cause-
usually in very high fashion, the less of the shoe there is, the more high value it is.
What
So
if the higher you were off the ground, the higher value it was?
That depends.
There's a point where it starts to go the other direction.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Becomes
part of
tacky.
my culture, on big celebrations such as this, we do some sort of, you would call it body paint. It's traditional hand painting and feet painting.
In lieu of jewelry.
Yes, instead of jewelry. It's quite beautiful.
I mean, could use that to our advantage too.
To
Go.
Yosnip's point, and Phase, that is the type of standing out that would draw the right kind of attention, where people wouldn't ask the dangerous questions. They would be too busy asking the flippant ones.
I think we could tie that in.
Not a bad idea. In fact, given the nature of this event and the type of people that are there, I would not be surprised if you became very quickly one of the more popular points of focus, given your uniqueness. Just be aware of that.
Okay.
This is gonna be rough.
Eclipse,
What?
can you stand next to me?
Yep.
Okay.
I probably will anyway. I just don't know what I'm gonna look like when that happens.
I will
She
also...
looks dead inside.
I have to ask, what do you want to do today?
Who is that directed to? Everyone?
To Eclipse.
Oh, okay.
What?
What do you want to do?
What do you mean?
Do you want to run? Do you want to race? Do you want to jump off a cliff and float down? Like, what do you want to do? Climb a tree? Push-ups?
Is this of the competition variety?
Sure. I'm down for one today.
We did do a long ago, not long ago, but a while. But the obstacle course.
Oh yeah.
Been a while.
We did do that.
Just want to see you let loose a little.
Tara.
I let loose plenty yesterday. She kind of, because I'm guessing I'm still riding Crater at this point, she just kind of pats Crater. I'm fine right now. It's just the whole party.
If it helps, many of the attendees tend to bring a private guard. It would not be out of place for one or two of you to be in still very well dressed, but prepared for protection.
This gives very Geralt and the Witcher vibes. It is very funny.
So, if I can get in touch with my friends, people, and secure a spot, that's obviously not our attendance, but I could say, hey, I'm attending. I plan to attend this year. Do you have a space? Or would you be at all interested? Blah, blah, blah. Brightwing is a companion that I've encountered recently and thought would enjoy the novelty of Cathian society as opposed to her own. The two of you, or one of you, are attending just to make sure that people don't get too close. That or like kind of point at the drum.
I kind of like the idea of a planted surprise. You know, one of those ones where somebody's up on stage and they say, "Oh, and we have somebody here," and then they're in the crowd and they say, "Oh, I wasn't even prepared," and they just pop out with something.
True.
Takes a skilled MC to pull that off, but I'm sure we could ask.
Say, Megan,
Hmm?
as a music major myself, you have repertoire prepared to be able to be seen at any moment, at any time. So she doesn't even need the thing.
Yeah.
She ready to go.
I guess I'll be more blunt. What do you think would make more sense?
I think that having the talent to arrive is a good cover. I still think it all depends on everything that we are expected to do, to see, to witness. Our true purpose for being there is going to dictate a lot of what we're able to do. We still don't know the full scope of what the wind expects of us.
Right.
Primarily keeping an eye out and reacting, or even more preferably, reporting in advance if you catch wind of anything concerning. It would not be a terrible idea to speak with various people, not directly, but from whatever angle you find to your liking, just to get a sense for who might be worth being concerned about, who might be an ally, who might be dangerous. Given the heights to which the plot you've been following seems to potentially scale, you would not go amiss speaking to whoever you can and learning whatever you can. It's an advantageous position that one of the wind wouldn't have, because anybody who saw us there would know why and clam up.
So, if we thought about this from a strategic questioning standpoint, if Faye did in fact bring Brightwing to entertain and show for fascination's sake, and Brightwing happens to be incredibly attentive to people's intentions, just basically keep her on your arm the whole night. Talk to people. And then Brightwing can signal you if someone seems off. Whether it's, gripping your arm, making a motion.
Mm-hmm. Good. Code.
I'm not very good at talking.
But you won't have to.
You could just speak in Khaing the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, that's a great idea. That's a perfect idea. Because then Faye will speak for you.
Isn't that lying?
Well, you're just talking.
You could simply be asking about their day, telling a story from when you were a child. And then Faye would be utilizing that to have opportunities to ask other questions. Lying...
I could also just translate anything. I don't even need to speak Khaing. I could just pretend to ask you questions. Like, She understands more than she speaks, so you can ask her questions and I'll translate her answers.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Then we should definitely know if your family's coming, because if they know I can speak.
Hmm.
I think they would be willing to be in on the ruse.
Exactly.
Of that,
So-
at least. They don't need to
Yeah.
know everything, and I don't want them to necessarily know of our
Including your
involvement.
cousin, right? Was it your cousin? That was our last time?
Nephew?
Nephew.
Nephew.
Mm.
The one.
The nephew.
The nephew? Yes, that's a
Yeah.
nephew.
Including the nephew.
Mm.
But the key to this, and this is just in case someone's actually able to understand you for some very strange reason, you should still answer normally. Not, honestly necessarily, but, if you're telling a story, you could simply do that in a
If
normal
we
way.
could rehearse the probability of questions that you might get, then Faye would have potential
A rough
answers
idea.
ready.
That wouldn't be far from the
For-
truth. Or
Yeah.
that could be rehearsed and willing to be vague enough to be something you'd be comfortable disclosing.
For example, can anybody that is not Brightwing tell me where Brightwing is from?
The Ephesian Forest.
That's better than Brightwing.
Because
True.
Brightwing can't say Ephesian with her lips.
Yep.
Ephesian.
The Ephesian Forest.
Hmm.
I think
How
I
do
used
we-
to say the Etherean Forest.
You
Yeah,
did
that's why I
used to
was
say
like,
that.
fuck.
But we
No,
play
that's
off
not
of that
it.
to do a bit of back and forth about what the answers would be, and then that way, when they are interacting with you, she can perceive them, take a look, signal to others.
I think that's the safest bet. In terms of just reading people.
You'll
Um,
likely want to have the full spectrum of answers available. Some people will adhere to custom and propriety and not press very deep. Others will intentionally ask you probing questions to put you off and make you more susceptible to
So
whatever
maybe
their ends may be.
I'm able to speak some common for the easy questions, and then not understand how to properly answer the big questions.
Or when they ask more probing questions, it's not wrong to just get offended.
They don't know what your culture standards are.
But this is more playing to the advantage. Something that we really need to take advantage of.
It's
I
going
also-
to require lots of acting.
Well, again, you want to teach people about your culture, right?
If they're curious, yes.
Then think of it like that. This is not meant to be deceptive. The intention of this is to make it so that you're comfortable in an environment that is typically not that way.
And if
Because we are-
you simply open up with a response in Khaing, it's unlikely somebody will press you on whether or not you can speak common, which means you may not have to actually lie about it at all. You just speak your language when you want and throw in some common when you feel like it.
The biggest perspective of this as well is that there are potentially some very dangerous people here.
That's why disclosing exactly where you're from, I wouldn't recommend it.
The Ephesian Forest is probably one of the best responses to that, to not say exactly where. Because not to put
They
fright
would
on
not be able to
anybody,
find it.
Well, it's
but
not a
this
lie.
is also the type of people that could have the resources to
Find it.
really get places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But again, it's mostly because you are the most insightful of us with people. And I trust you to be able to keep Faye safe in terms of people that are truly out for malicious intent.
Okay.
And with me there, or Yasnip there, they might be a little bit more intimidated out of showing that true color.
you were to stand back a bit, I could, and I will like kind of cover my hand, and cast message. I could whisper in your ear like this. I could have a fan or something and cover my mouth while I do that. Or just act as if I was speaking to Brightwing.
Both of those things are true.
Should there be a... You know how we did with the door?
A code word.
Yes.
I thought about that too. That's why I was thinking something more discreet.
Mm-mm-mm.
More discreet.
You know, like
If
a
you
grip
could-
on the arm,
Yeah.
a gesture.
Even a
something little more
phrase
familiar.
in Khaing that would be recognizable that she could teach me to listen out for in her responses. Where it's like, hey, this guy's super sus. But or something like that, but just a phrase that you could sneak into the rest of conversation.
Just say in Korean he's super sus.
Bro!
How in Korean would you say that somebody is
Suspicious.
ill-intentioned?
Dangerous. Well, again,
Dangerous.
I guess
second.
kind of the other intention as well is just in case for some reason, because I know magic can go quite a bit, and I don't know how many people are inclined to do something like that before this, but I don't know how many people are going to be able to understand anything that's spoken, especially at an event like this. That's why I'm worried if someone does something like that, they will be able to understand her.
The book gives me the option to prepare that spell.
Exactly.
Like, it only lasts an hour, but I could do it for an hour.
But I worry other people might do the same.
That's an interesting point. If there are individuals that are capable of magic, is it possible for Brightwing to detect? To see if people are influenced magically? To be able to understand?
I think you'd have to cast that
Ma-
spell that she has. That's a ritual spell usually that she does a whole thing for, right?
Right.
But she's able to do it frequently as well.
Yeah, but is it subtle enough?
Well, you could just do it
That's the
before, but
question.
it does last much less
Yeah,
than the ability to do so.
10 minutes, right?
But a large party for somebody that's been secluded for so long, she needs to get air once in a while.
Again, this is all generalization.
We can come up-
These are ideas. These are ideas. These are just
Alright, go ahead. Go ahead.
Makana ina wahita?
Makana Inawahito?
Is that how you said?
Sounds
Mount
good.
Wanahakalugi? You're muted.
You're muted.
I said, damn, Jess speaks Korean like a boss.
Makana ina wahita.
Mm.
That's one word.
No, it
it's
means
3
he
words.
is
He is
suspicious.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Makana ina
Why?
wahita.
Oh, so it's a man.
First a man.
Yeah.
It's if it's a woman, it'd be me.
Real.
Mommy? What?
Makina
what the-
wahita.
what?
Mikina wahita.
Okay. So, I mean, that could work.
I do have. If things got really weird, I do have this amulet still.
We're traveling, right?
Yeah, we're
Yes.
still going.
Okay, just making sure.
Nothing is.
We're not at
Rylus-
camp.
No,
No.
Rylus and Eclipse are on horseback. You and the other two are in the cart.
So based on just the general right now, what we'll go with is Faye is taking Brightwing as a companion to show off high society. That's a completely valid thing that I think we can all get behind.
And as for Eclipse and I, we will figure that out once we know more of our objective, once that we get there.
I think it is. If this is the plan, I think we should stay at the house then, because the facade needs to be maintained from the moment we enter the city.
Yep.
That means, Rylas, if we meet you or the Shaded Wind anywhere, we should not be seen entering or exiting that building. Heaven forbid someone saw us going in there and then saw us at the event.
It's either that or one or two of us. And then
Or
relay the information.
we could be invisible.
That's also very true. Yes. Go ahead.
We give Rylas portal, and then we can just pop in.
That's
How
brilliant.
far is it from the Shaded Wind to your house?
It doesn't have to be in my house. It could be anywhere.
No, I know,
That's
but
so
just
true,
saying,
though.
we go
I
to
don't
your
know.
home.
What's the range?
It's
We
an
have a full
hour. It's an hour
Oh,
of travel.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
the
Within
distance.
an
It just
hour.
has to be within an hour. Yeah.
Within an hour.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, it's probably within 15, 20 minutes, actually, because it's in the same district.
Okay.
I think that's entirely doable.
Yeah.
We could put it in the cart. Put one portal in the cart and let him take the rod with him to activate the other inside. Then all we have to do is get in the cart at the house.
Can the portal move?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, are you all planning to pop up into the party out of nowhere?
No.
No.
Up
This
into
is
the
to meet
Shaded Wind
you.
out of nowhere.
This is.
I see.
This was. We were saying that if we are using the guise of us coming to the city, for me to go and show Brightwing around, that in case anyone was watching, we need to maintain that guise from the moment we enter the city, including not being seen entering or exiting the Shaded Wind in case one of the attendees sees that and happens to pass that information along. The plan was, from inside our home, we could open one side of the portal, you scooch off to somewhere within the Shaded Wind, open the portal, we can walk through.
Sounds reasonable.
The leaving part would be a little more difficult, but
We have a number of ways.
Mm-hmm. I can look like somebody else for a few minutes at a time. I could leave and take it with me and pop it back open.
that is also true.
An hour.
So, if we do this, that means you would probably have to go into the city without us instead of being seen with us. But there are inspections, so you could just look like your own person, and we're just...
At least Rylas, that way that we have disconnected
Oh.
from the Shaded Wind immediately.
Yes, you should
Yeah.
go ahead of us.
That would have been
When
the
we get
intent
closer.
anyways.
Or perhaps go around to one of the other I don't know. However.
We can make a gap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we have a plan at least for travel. And arrival.
And the framework for the gala, it sounds like.
And we'll figure out the delivery after that we speak with the Wind more. But can we please go to the casino this time?
Your nephew asked if I could go with him.
That's true.
Just the stipend for the gowns and suits is for the gowns and suits, not to be gambled.
For the gowns and suits, yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate the grounds of a plan. I hope it comes to full fruition. It seems like you all are a little more capable of this sort of strategy than many other adventure parties I've come across. Usually they just go in willy-nilly and things fall apart quite quickly.
Oh, who would ever do that?
All right.
Surely not us.
Okay.
I am going to cast Sending to Carlina.
Okay.
How far out are we from Ilmara? A couple days?
You are on day 3. I believe it is 6.
That sounds too bad.
Please hold.
Oh my god.
Yes, 6.
So we'll arrive in 3 days?
Yeah, basically 3 more days.
Okay. Hello. Hope you're well. My friends and I will be back in town in 3 days. Please don't do anything fancy for us. Thanks.
Okay. Oh, good to hear. Incidentally, it's been roughly 3 straight days of party here anyways. Rafe is in town. But noted, and I will try to get things clean.
So excited. I'm so excited.
Uh-oh.
And that is where we will leave session 56.
That sounds about right.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Mm.
I'm so excited. So excited.
I'm excited. I don't
He
know if
knows you died.
Oh,
No!
fuck.
True. Well,
This is
Is
that
your
was-
brother in dark?
No.
Oh.
Oh God,
Okay.
no. He's in
this
town for the
session
party.
had everything.
Shit.
Favorite
Yes.
moments.
One-shotting the worm.
Yeah.
Mm,
Good
Getting absolutely
heavens.
so fucking great.
That's
I
pretty
feel
great.
like I feel like I want to just roll to see what would have happened if he had
Also,
gotten a turn.
surprise Vanna.
Do it.
Oh
Those are the
yeah,
most fun.
surprise
Also have
Vanna.
guest Vanna
Do it.
for a sec.
Oh, sending. But you could send to her. Not right now. Sable pops in.
If you give
I don't
me
have
a
sending
couple-
prepared
A
today.
couple of minutes, I could make that work.
Well, okay, here's how it
Did
went.
we long rest too?
Yeah. You guys got a long rest. Oh, yeah. You got a long rest after the worm, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a long rest. I said, if the party's sending you, could you come down to the call for 2 minutes? She said, yes, I can right now. Wait, yes, I can right now. I said, not right now, lol. And then before 1 minute passed, whelp, because she had already joined the call.
Yeah. That was not my intention,
Mm.
but it's okay.
I liked the slow planning of the gala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I feel like
That
that,
was
was
really
very
great.
genuine, like in character problem
Mhm.
solution thing that's overlooked.
I didn't mean
quite
for it to
often.
go that long, but yeah, I think we came up with some really good.
Yeah, I think
Well,
it was
and
solid.
it's-
It all came
it's-
naturally.
It's just ideas. It's just this isn't permanent. This is a what if.
Yeah.
But
I
it
just
gives
figured
kind
was
of a
something
I
we
ended
could
up
perspective.
being an ambassador. I guess. I don't know.
The coins.
True.
It hits that perspective of like this is what goes into the planning part.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's
We
nice
definitely
to,
needed
nice
to
to see.
discuss it. But we have the
Okay.
easy part down. It's the rest of
Mhm.
it that's really nerve wracking.
Just for fun, Eclipse and Nas, roll d20.
Oh god. Why?
5.
6.
Okay. Nas, roll a dex save.
Is this to fall off balance?
No.
3.
Total natural 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Natural 3. 9.
Okay. You would have taken 17 piercing damage and been swallowed on the first round that he got a turn.
Hmm.
We had a plan for that.
We did. It was a bad plan.
So I would have.
What's your
I thought it was
AC?
a pretty good plan.
Huh?
What's your AC?
19.
Okay, he would have missed you with the stinger.
I would have been at 31.
On your turn, you would have taken
Oh god. Stomach
12 acid damage. Oh, no, that's at the start of its turn. On its next turn, if you hadn't gotten out, you would have taken 12.
So
But
do
you also
12.
could have damaged it enough to get out.
Which we've found out that apparently if I hit, I can do a shit ton of damage.
Yes, apparently.
How much?
You also double critted.
Yeah. How much do you have to do to? You don't have to say. But is there a regurgitate threshold? Because I thought it was.
Yes,
half of
there's
the
a
max-
regurgitate threshold. You probably either would have had to roll really well or hit it twice, and you do have disadvantage on attacks because you're restrained.
Yeah.
So it's not
Did
super
any of
easy.
did any of the attacks that he do, and in that because he hit a couple over 30, did any of those trigger that damage threshold?
I believe he did like 35 and 36. So yes, those would have.
Hmm.
Those were crits from the outside, but yes.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
For sure.
Yeah.
But even with the non-crits, I think it was high 20s.
He got no turns.
Yeah, that was
Good
insane.
Damn.
heavens. At least this was a better version of me not ever getting to hit than the giant on which I rolled like 15 times and missed every single one.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have
This was
every
just
fight be
dope.
like this? We just banish and then reaction.
True.
That spell is broken.
Yeah.
it
Well, and
depends on if
also
we're
not
fighting
every
something
creature
with
has.
charisma.
Yeah, a -3 to its charisma.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was insane.
I want that picture though, the one that Faye drew. Like I want that for my wall because that was
Yeah.
I want that.
fucking great.
Want
Yeah, that
that?
was pretty crazy.
I want it.
I will throw out. I really enjoyed Rylus and Faye's conversation.
Yeah, that was a really
That
good
was cool.
one.
Oh yeah, it's like kind of the fun like. I've had that conversation with people before of like, oh, we have more in common than we think we do, and I always like that where it's like the paths were different, but
Yeah, Riley's writing stuff down now was kind of like, oh. I was like, damn, this sucks.
Somehow I think Nas wouldn't feel that way, but
You don't give a
No,
shit.
but it was definitely like a damn. That's
Yeah.
rough, buddy.
yeah.
to
And-
what?
Like him writing everything down and then him being like, yeah, my mom was like losing.
My
I
mom
was
had-
like-
yeah,
I was like, damn. All right, that's.
NPCs have motivations for the things they do in life, just like characters.
No, I
Mhm.
know. I was like,
You could
damn.
tell me
that's-
that, I would understand it, but I'd still think he's an asshole.
Yeah. Oh yes,
Oh
of
yeah,
course.
there's no
That's what I'm saying.
justification. It's just.
I know why you do it. You're still a fucking prick.
Yeah.
That's like a dirty cop saying that they became a cop because
Some
one of their parents
nonsense,
yeah.
they like came home
sure.
to one of their parents murdered in their home or
Mm.
something,
Yeah.
and
No,
but then
for
they
sure.
still are just like that doesn't negate the fact that you're an asshole.
Yes.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn, that's a good reason. Fuck.
That's a
Jeff was
pretty
like-
good reason. I know.
Jeff was like, okay,
Okay.
I understand.
That's fair.
Mhm.
I still hate you.
Yeah, I'm just.
Hey,
still hate you,
Rylus.
but now I
love
understand you.
Rylus.
I think Rylus is great.
I think Rylus is awesome.
My favorite thing is that the party has such different feelings about him. I feel like that
Mhm.
means it's a good character.
Mhm.
Any others?
Just the utter shenanigans of the gutting of the worm.
Jesus,
Oh,
that
yeah.
went
That was so brutal.
so
If there's
sideways.
anything we've learned, it's that if I give you a combat that you annihilate, I will then give you some kind of skill situation which you will suck
We're
at.
not gonna do well on.
Those were like all single-digit rolls, several natural ones. It was
Well,
incredible.
the crazier thing is we still got all of the shit.
Yes,
we
you did.
still
Yeah.
won.
There was so many opportunities for that not to happen, and you managed to eke it out every little
Somehow.
time, barely,
Somehow we
until
made
rolling a
it.
29 when it really mattered.
And I
Yeah.
Expertise plus 2d4, yo.
Yeah.
can't, man.
Let's
like,
go.
that was wild.
Sheesh.
Oh man.
So good at what we
Alrighty.
do.
That was great.
Good session. Very, very good. All right. We will pick up next time with the latter half of the journey to Ilmara and whatever occurs upon arrival. Adios.
Bye bye.